Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the third T20 International between Pakistan and Zimbabwe at the Rawalpindi International Cricket Stadium. Zimbabwe today won the toss and chose to bat first instead of their typical choice to field first. First over's already gone by. Zimbabwe are 2 for no loss. Mohammad Hasnain bowled that first over for Pakistan, as he's been doing throughout this tour. There are some changes in both sides, so we will take you through them, as Murtaza Talib, Ansari M, and Ramiz Hassan already on the chat. They've even beat us to it. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everything in wherever you are, in Pakistan, in England, in the UAE, wherever you are, it's hanging in there in the midst of this pandemic, as this is cut hard by Chibaba and cut well. There's nobody at deep point, and it beats the Superman effort at point. It'll go for 4. First boundary of the day for Zimbabwe. They move on to 10 for no loss after 1.2. And Haris Rauf, who was expensive in that first over, in that first T20 International, is continuing after a good performance in the second T20 International. Let me help you here with the lineups. Pakistan have made a change today. A few changes, actually. Fakhar Zaman, Babar Zaman will remain. Abdullah Shafiq, the debutant who made headlines during the National T20 Cup, has finally got a Pakistan cap. Haider Ali remains at 4. Mohammad Rizwan will still wicket keep. Khushdil Shah, Imad Wasim back in the side. Mohammad Musa, Mohammad Hasnain, Haris Rauf, and Usman Qadir. For Zimbabwe, Chamuchi Baba, Brandon Taylor, Wesley Mataveri, Elton Chigambura, Ryan Burrell, Craig Irvine, Milton Chumba, Wellington Masakzada. Faraz Akram is the change for them. Donald Tiripano and Blessing Muzarabani, who has arguably been their player of the series for me. 15 for no loss after 1.2. Haris Rauf has bowled a wayward wide here, and he has started off fairly sporadically. It's just been 2 overs, and he's given away 13 runs. Been an expensive start here for Haris Rauf, and a big expensive one for Pakistan, but Zimbabwe will not mind it. It's Brendan Taylor and Chibaba opening the batting for them, as they typically do, and I'm still waiting for my opening partner. AZ Khwaja is around the parts in the UAE. He's doing a 7 Emirates tour this week, and we hope to see him soon in the commentary box. The murmurs from around the corner are that he will show up today. 16 for no loss after 1.3. And of course, this game, as important as it is for Abdullah Shafiq and the likes of Haider Ali and Usman Qadir, it does have a certain warm-up feel to it, because this weekend is where prime-time cricket is back. It's the Pakistan Super League. The playoffs, all 4 games, will be live on Change of Pace. We'll be covering that ball by ball with audio, as Brendan Taylor beautifully drives us into mid-on for a boundary. Haris Rauf has conceded 3 boundaries already in this over. It is expensive. It has been ruthless for him. 20 for no loss now, Zimbabwe. This played to deep square leg for a single. 21 for no loss. 1.5 overs gone. Faf du Plessis and the likes have come through into the PSL squads. They've joined them. The Karachi boys are already in the City of Lights. We saw Peshawar Zalmi training at the National Stadium Karachi as well. So there's a lot happening around the PSL. Unfortunately, the news is that James Vince will have to miss out for the Multan Sultans because of a positive COVID test. So we do wish him well, as Haris Rauf will need a little bit of blessings as well, because he's been super expensive. That's 19 off of his first over. Zimbabwe now 21 for no loss after 2. It's been a horrendous start for him, to say the least. Taylor 6 off 5, Chibaba 10 off 7. Let me ask you guys to put your money where your mouth is. Where do you think the PSL title will end up this season? You have to choose between, obviously, Lahore, Karachi, and Multan Sultans, and the mighty Peshawar Zalmi there. They've got a lot behind them, Peshawar Zalmi. They've got experience. They've won the title. They've got a a championship-winning captain as well, who's won World Cups for his country, and chance for a run out? No, was Mohammad Hasnan just falling over in his run-up when he was trying to field it off of his own bowling, and I think if he had collected, it might have been an opportunity. Taylor and Chibaba now in this partnership, and this is a great start here for Zimbabwe. A run out would definitely hurt their chances here. This is a great start. Like I said, the best start of the series so far. But it has been courtesy of Haris Rauf, and courtesy of Haris Rauf being a bit wayward, and good delivery that by Mohammad Hasnan. Gets the inside edge onto the pads, and he misses the direct hit. Mohammad Hasnan, that's a poor effort because he had all three stumps straight on to aim at, and he still made a meal of it, did Hasnan. And now it's Brendan Taylor that'll take strike. I haven't gotten any specific answers regarding the PSL playoffs, what we're looking at in terms of the championship this year, because I'd like to think that Karachi have a chance as my second team in the PSL, but when I take a look at Peshawar Zalmi and the experience that they have, and the captains that they have, and the management that they have as well, the likes of Muhammad Akram and stuff, they've done great things in domestic cricket for Pakistan of late. But Ziggy's not mouthing his words. He's saying Lahore. Lahore is definitely a fan favorite at the least. Every time we put out a poll or we get a feel for who people think is going to win the PSL, more often than not, there's a lot of Lahori fans that are in there, as this ball is lodged in the pad of Chibaba, and he returns it graciously back to the bowler. It's going to be another dot ball, 22 for no loss. We've got a bit of a hot and cold situation here for Pakistan, as Mohammad Hasnan is bowling extremely economically, and Haris Rauf is been fairly disastrous in his first over. We'll see how he does in his second. 3 more to go until that happens. Zimbabwe 22 for no loss, and again, the theme between all of this happening and Zimbabwe playing here, there is a certain normalcy to Pakistan playing at home and Pakistan playing in Pakistan. I think we've forgotten the long journey and the struggle that it's taken for us to be able to achieve this feeling of this being quite normal. 23 for no loss after 2.4. That ball just crept up on Chibaba, and Mohammad Hasnan now getting a lot of bounce with the new ball as well. So definitely a chance, definitely potential for him to be a constant new ball bowler for Pakistan. And we obviously have a lot of depth in fast bowling at the moment, but the more the merrier in that department, I'd say. 23 for no loss after 2.4. Hasnan this time short of a length, and it's defended back by Taylor to mid-off for no run. Seven off 8 is Taylor. Chibaba 11 off 9. They're going at a pretty decent pace here, or Zimbabwe. Zimmers, as we like to call them. Mohammad Hasnan into his second over. He just conceded the 4 runs. Brendan Taylor. Mohammad Hasnan will run into Brendan Taylor here, and another beautiful drive for no run. Speaking of the PSL, we're going to rope in our resident Karachi fan, and he's been keeping an eye out for what Karachi Kings have been up to during this downtime and any squad changes that they've been going through. And this is a real opportunity for Karachi as well. We've been talking about Lahore and Zalmi, but all of the games now have shifted to the National Stadium Karachi, so there might be an opportunity to take advantage of their home strength as well. And Emmett Jr. At Youngest Afzal on Twitter is going to join us. Emmett, how are you doing?
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. Emmett, how are you feeling about the Pakistan Super League returning on Saturday? It's going straight to Karachi. It's opening up in Karachi. What do you think? What chances are you giving the Karachi Kings?
Yeah, I think Karachi should win it. मतलब आराम से हमें जीतना चाहिए, कोई मसला ही नहीं है. देखो, एक तो one of the 2 good things that have happened is कि जब वो pandemic आया था उस वक्त काफ़ी लोग नाराज़ हो गए थे कि players वापस जा रहे हैं और नहीं है. And the pandemic just hit at that time, so there was no choice. क्या करते हम लोग? कोई किसी को समझ नहीं आ रही थी ये हो क्या रहा है.
Change in the bowling here for Pakistan. Haris Rauf has not been given a second over. It's going to be Imad Ronaldo Wasim. And just as we're talking about Karachi Kings, their captain has come on to bowl. And he starts with a dot delivery here.
Karachi Kings ki shaan hai ye.
Karachi Kings ki shaan. From Pindi originally, I think, Imad Wasim, as he gets a lot of turn there, turning into the right-hander. Chance for a run out, and the direct hit is missed. So you're saying that Karachi Kings were favorites to win this tournament?
देखो जब एकदम से जब हुआ था, so I think the PCB and the PSL team, they decided to make quick changes, and they said that we'll just do a quick semi-finals.
Yeah.
And that hurts the top two teams that make it to the PSL.
They do.
That was
does,
Multan
yes.
Sultan and Karachi Kings.
Mhm.
So taking some time off and bringing the schedule back, I know okay, काफ़ी टाइम हो गया. They started in Feb and now it's November.
Yep.
तो टाइम तो बहुत हो गया. Players काफ़ी switch हो गए हैं. तो interesting होगा क्या होगा आगे. But
24 for no loss. Imad Wasim to Brendan Taylor as he's played to mid-on for another single. Actually, long on. The mid-on is outside the circle this time. And Imad rocking those new glasses. I like the vibe around this team right now. It feels like we're building up to something special, and that something special is right around the corner this weekend. The Pakistan Super League will return on changeofpacelive.com.
the blockbuster.
The blockbuster, right. I mean, I enjoy it so much. I think I enjoy it even more than Pakistan's international series. I wouldn't say I enjoy it as much as the World Cup, but definitely enjoy it more than the bilaterals. 26 for no loss after 3.4. So Karachi versus Multan. Let me ask you this, Ahmed. What kind of route do you prefer for Karachi to go at the title? Would you like to beat Multan and go straight to the final, or would you like to lose and then work your way up?
By the way, this has happened in PSL 3. Karachi were in the same situation,
Yeah.
and they lost to, I believe they lost to
A big shot here from Brendan Taylor, and I think this might just be straight into the hands of deep mid-wicket. It's a comfortable catch. Imad Wasim finds the breakthrough, and it's Khushdil Shah doing the fielding out there in the deep. It was a nothing shot from Taylor. Zimbabwe were going at a good rate. I do not see the need for Brendan to play this shot, but I guess that's the difference between top sides and sides that are ranked 11th in the world. But Khushdil Shah making a bit of a meal of that catch, getting it on the second attempt. But Imad Wasim, the Karachi Kings captain, is delighted to pick up his first wicket of the day. Zimbabwe lose their first as well, 26 for 1 after 3.5. So, Emma, let's talk about Karachi Kings. How do you want to get to the final? Do you want to beat Multan, go straight in, or do you want
this happened in
Yeah.
in PSL 3. मुझे याद है PSL 3 में भी यही हुआ था. I think it was Karachi made it second on the table. People don't actually remember that season as well, because you always talk about the 4 teams that usually made it, or the 3 teams actually, Peshawar, Quetta and Islamabad United. And we made it, and I think we lost to Peshawar Zalmi, and then we had that second track, that second chance you get, and we unfortunately played Islamabad United, and they thrashed us. And I remember they thrashed us because I was at the game in Dubai, and then Luke Ronke just took the game away completely. The final was in Karachi at that time. That was season 3. So I would prefer that Karachi win against Multan and they make it straight away, because एक आपकी tension दूर हो जाती है.
Inside edge by Imad Wasim goes to mid-wicket. And that's the thing about Islamabad United and a few other teams, that in T20 competitions that are as short as the PSL, sometimes the momentum doesn't hurt, because that game that between Islamabad and Karachi was the second eliminator.
बिल्कुल.
And Karachi were coming off of a loss despite being a higher ranked team. They were coming off of a loss, and Islamabad were coming off of a win. And that momentum just pushed them through. And I think they went on to win that.
Islamabad were 4th on the table of that season, PSL 3.
Yep.
And they won that season, and that was their second win of the second trophy that they achieved.
And Ramiz is saying if Karachi doesn't win this time, just kick out the sponsor. It's a curse on ARY, on us.
यार अब तो आदत हो गई है. पहले उलझन होती थी. Now it's you're just used to it. Whatever.
The Lagoon Park and all that.
We can't talk about the sponsors. We can't worry about them. This is Karachi's team. This is the people of Karachi. Just go with it. Whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. Craig Irvine now is a new batsman who will face Pakistan's second change bowler, I'm expecting. Probably going to be none other than Mohammad Musa. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is Mohammad Musa that will take that second changed bowling spot, as he bowls to Craig Irvine, to Jababa, as is driven to mid-on for no run. Irvine will have to wait to face his first delivery.
But आप याद रखें, ये season जो है ये काफ़ी special season है.
Okay.
But ये इस तरीके से special है because there's only one team that has actually won the PSL in out of these 4 teams, and
Yes.
that's Zalmi.
Yes.
You got 3 teams that are really hungry to win.
Yeah.
Now, even if you know it's franchise cricket, you might think international players go like, "Chalo khair hai, Maad Wasim ke इस दफा नहीं तो अगली दफा." No, you still want to win the PSL.
I would actually say that
it brings a mark on you.
the amount of money that's invested into franchise cricket, it actually makes performing a lot more important, and there's a lot more impetus to bring results quicker. I mean, if just look at the Multan camp, they've only been around for 2 seasons and they want to win.
यार जो भी आपका पूरा साल मजाक उड़ता है, आप देखें इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड शायद आपकी टीम आउट हो गई है, आप शुरू में पता नहीं क्या आपने आप कह रहे थे. I remember they were saying that they दिमाग से और पता नहीं क्या,
and they said
they'd make fun of Lahore.
There was a
Qalandars
very specific post-match interview where they beat Lahore, and I think Mazhar Arshad was asking him about Lahore's numbers, and then he said Lahore wale data nahi use karte. And turns out they made it to the playoffs and they didn't, and Islamabad didn't. So you are made to eat your words, and there's a lot of. We've also seen the Wahab Riaz versus Emma Shahzad rivalries kind of come through in the PSL.
भाई viewership बहुत है और everyone's talking about it. So if everyone's talking about, the players are talking about it.
Wild slash by
good.
Craig Irvine, Mohamed Musa. Decent start, a lot better than his colleague Haris Rauf, who's just having a horror show today. At least the 1 over that he's bowled so far. 4.3 overs gone, 28 for 1. And Ziggy's saying that the peak of 2020 is going to be when Lahore Qalandars win the PSL.
Allah maaf karege.
Imagine Emmett, Lahore
yeah,
winning
I
the
don't
PSL.
Mind I don't mind Lahore or Karachi winning the PSL. I'd rather not have Multan or Peshawar win it. But I'm a Karachi fan, then I don't mind Lahore winning unless Karachi inshallah finally pahunch jaye, inshallah.
So can you tell me what that would look like and feel like if the Lahoris come to Karachi and steal the PSL in your hometown?
क्या कर सकते हैं यार?
And that too with a captain like Sohail Akhtar and Dilbar Hussain as their premier player. That's shambolic. And look at the kind of team that Karachi have. They've got superstars from across the world.
No man, I think Wasim bhai jo hai, unfortunately.
Even your coaching staff is more talented than Lahore Qalandar players.
Yes, unfortunately, our head coach passed away this season.
That's a fair point. Rest in peace, Dean Jones, one of the greats of the game and one of the greats of the PSL.
You gotta do it.
He actually brought this league to the forefront. He was so instrumental in creating this hype around Islamabad United. Small kinks like the Red Book, and the suit, etc., etc. 28 for 1 after 4.4.
Oh, look at that topi.
Where is that topi from, Emmett? Is that
KPK?
That's from KPK. That's what it's like.
I think it's the Pokal.
The Pokal hat, the Pokola hat.
Yeah, it's not good.
And Ziggy saying no slander of Dilbar will be tolerated.
यार वैसे मज़ा आया लाहौर कराची का फाइनल हुए तो it's doable, it's doable. अब ये है कि अब इस ख्वाजा has entered the studio और बैठे हैं, वो भी सोच रहे होंगे कि यार पहुंच ही जाए हम इस दफ़ा, top 4 तो आ गए हैं तो might as well.
I think this is Lahore's first top 4 appearance. It is, yes.
First time I am.
Well, first time they're not last even. First because they're usually just
first
dead
time
last.
They're not last and they've qualified. They've played really well.
Is Ben Dunk come to the PSL? Is asking Ansari M. Yes, he is.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't be the PSL without the Dunkster.
यार फैफ भी आ गया है, बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग प्लेयर है फैफ, मजाक नहीं है.
4.5 overs gone.
जल्दी वाले जो है ना, they always
pulled away from Craig Irvine and he'll find the fence at mid wicket. That's too fast for Haris Rauf. Good shot. He was behind the 8 ball in terms of his strike rate. He already played 4 deliveries, and Musa's over is still a very economical one, but concedes the boundary of the last ball, and Irvine finally gets on top of him. Zimbabwe 32 for 1 after 5. And again, this game increasingly feeling like a build-up match to the PSL. On the commentary, we'll have AZ Khwaja finally back in the studio. AZ, how's your 7 Emirates tour going?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम चेंज ऑफ पेसर्स, अस्सलाम वालेकुम मुसाद, अस्सलाम वालेकुम इंटर्न. देखें, मैं सिर्फ एक बात कहूँगा, जब दाता आपके साथ हो तो डेटा की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं होती है
यार.
ठीक है जी. ये जो हमारे तनकीद करने वाले हैं ना, हौले हो जाओ. रेड ब्रिगेड दिमाग से कहाँ गए आपके नंबर्स और आपके एनालिटिक्स और आपके पॉलिटिक्स, सब बैठ गई in the face of Lahore Qalandars.
AZ, would you take a Lahore Qalandars PSL win over a Juventus Champions League win?
यार ये आपने सवाल पहले भी किया है.
Yeah, wild swing and a miss by Chababa, and it'll be a dot ball. Haris Rauf has been brought on.
मेरा पेन मीटर है ना, मैं यूवे के 5 चैंपियंस लीग फाइनल हमें हारते हुए देख चुका हूँ, तो वो जो एक मेंटल मेरा टॉर्चर हो चुका है ना, उसको एटलीस्ट कवर करना है। पीएसएल तो चलो अपना यार घर का टूर्नामेंट है, आप जीते चले, आप ना जीते मैं जीतूं, लेकिन लाहौर जीते, पेशावर जीते, कराची ना जीते, बाकी कोई भी जीत जाए कोई बात नहीं यार।
Fair enough. 32 for 1 after 5.1. Haris Rauf after an expensive first over starting his second.
वैसे आज मुआवजा हो गया कि पहले 3 ओवरों में चिबाबा आउट नहीं हुआ।
He's tried. He's tried. He's played a couple shots across the line, etc.
But Haris Rauf going for some tap today, 20 runs.
Yeah, he conceded about 4 boundaries off of his first over.
मसला ये इट्स अ बिट ऑफ अ ऑल और नथिंग सिचुएशन विद हारिस रऊफ कि भाई या तो आपके 3 उड़ा देगा 20 रन के लिए, या तो फिर 40-45 रन खा जाएगा अपने 4 ओवर। बट 33 for 1 Zimbabwe, they've acquitted themselves quite well in this tour. I think काफ़ी रिस्पेक्ट बढ़ गई लोगों की आंखों में। Of course they couldn't win any, they did win one game in a stunning fashion, but they've competed in every single game. ऐसा नहीं था कि जी walk over the pure और पाकिस्तान को कोई challenge नहीं हुआ। We've had to fight to get those dubs when we did.
That's a fair point. Craig Irvine now facing Haris Rauf. Gets the outside edge. It's gone.
What a catch!
And it's gone straight to point. Fakhar Zaman doing the fielding there. And again, all or nothing for Haris Rauf. And this time it is all of it. He gets the leading edge. Irvine was looking nowhere to in this innings. And he's played a bit of a non-shot, just trying to glance this to the leg side. But the pace of Haris Rauf is not going to allow him to do that. And
that's a brilliant catch.
Yeah, that is. Diving forward.
कलंदर का प्लेयर है यार, अप्रिशिएट करें। अभी से आप बायस्ड हो गए
Diving forward.
क्वेटा वेल।
I have no stake in the PSL anymore, so I will be pretty unbiased. 4 off 6 is Craig Irvine.
कहते हैं ना जब भी आप कोई पाकिस्तानी न्यूज़ चैनल, तमाम
stakeholders, yeah. 33 for 2 after 5.3. Zimbabwe again digging a hole for themselves.
as छोटा चिंटू कैंडी उनका
Wesley Matavire, who's been the batsman of the series for Zimbabwe.
यार he's been so impressive.
He really has.
बैटिंग देख के enjoy किया है।
Well, I've always said, I saw him in the one-dayers and I said, give this man a PSL contract.
अच्छा खासा यार उनका फ्री फ्लोइंग प्लेयर है, बिल्कुल एक चलो थोड़ा सा एक कह सकते हैं क्लीशे है, बट बिल्कुल उनका टेंडर टाइबू रिबूट है, छोटा सा पैकेट है, बट इज अ पैक रॉकेट, really packs a punch and already got a big 70 not out in one of the games.
Yeah.
And has a very bright future. अब Zimbabwe का हमें पता है international cricket they're suffering a lot in the past decade or so due to basically the negligence of the ICC
and the BCCI.
Nothing else.
And the BCCI.
इनको आप opportunities नहीं देते, but whatever they do get, they do tend to produce stars. अभी भी देखें इतने दबाव में भी उनके अच्छे प्लेयर निकाल रहे हैं।
Yeah.
और पाकिस्तान को अच्छा चैलेंज किया उन्होंने।
Strike rate of 130 as Wesley Matavire will face a resurgent Haris Rauf as he flicks this in a mid-wicket for 4. The first ball has been dismissed, and that wasn't a poor ball at all. It was a Yorker that was on target, but Wesley moved his feet out of the way and managed to bring the bat down in time and flicking it, timing it well as well. And it'll be 4 off the first ball, and maybe it's that Kashmiri Willie that he's got. He's rocking that AS Pakistani bat.
भाई अगर आप थोड़ा जूम आउट करके सोचें, जो इस तमाम ODI T20 सीरीज में जो टॉप 5 बैट्समैन हैं, 3 तो जिम्बाब्वेन है, एक
Brendan Taylor, Sean Williams,
और वेस्ली। देख लेना
just Babar only makes
बस
that.
हमारा बाबर ही है जो खड़ा हुआ है।
That's a similar story for Pakistan cricket.
Haider Ali will be 5th probably.
Yeah. And in the T20s, I think Haider will be ahead of all the Zimbabwe players. And Wesley will probably be 3rd on that. As he clips just a square leg for single.
संडे को जो इनिंग्स खेली हैदर अली ने, मजा आया।
It was very nice to watch as well.
It was the sublime and the ridiculous all in one inning.
Yeah.
एक बॉल उसने वो crazy swipe across the line, top edge over the slips, and then the next ball back foot punch through the covers.
I don't mind him showing a little character in his innings. But I just don't want anybody, and I put this on my Twitter as well, and I'm probably not the right adjective to use, but I don't want anybody to neuter his batting. And
hashtag बदतमीज?
No, not बदतमीज. I don't want anybody to neuter his batting.
यार वो बात ठीक है, but like it's a fine balance.
It is.
It's a fine
It is. You don't want to get too technical with a kid, and you also don't want to say just please smash and run.
हाँ कि भाई आपको बस जाओ hitting करो, उमर अकबर करो. We don't want that either.
And the big thing about Haider Ali compared to Umar Akmal, because he has a debut on his test. He has 100 on his test debut. Does Umar Akmal? Exactly. So he definitely had a massive potential. The only difference that I'd say is that I think Haider Ali has more shots than Umar did, even though Umar did have a decent cover drive, but he was very heavy on the mid-wicket region.
Yeah, he was very heavy on those across-the-line slogs. But speaking of heavy, here's Ehsan Raza, now the most capped umpire in T20 International. That's यार बहुत बड़ी बात है जो उन्होंने सफ़र किया हुआ है, जो उन्होंने मुश्किलात देखे, उसके बाद भी to have a very fulfilling international career shout out to him and shout out to Pakistan cricket.
It is a beautiful thing, Pakistan cricket. And speaking of beautiful things in Pakistan, the Pakistan Super League back this Saturday and live on changeofpace.com,
Yes, you have to
changeofpacelive.com.
join us for those games, bhai.
That's a proper party, Khwaja. Those broadcasts are a proper party.
Bhai, Chibaba almost running himself out there, ball watching, but of course, जब direct hit करनी थी तो पाकिस्तानी fielder कभी भी time पे नहीं मारेगा. 40 for 2 after 6.1. And
Right,
Fakhar Zaman तो
comments
अच्छे form में थे.
comments
क्या
coming in.
comments हैं?
Ruhav's Papis is saying that Fakhar Zaman is only good for the fielding in the team right now.
वो भी इफी है, वो भी कैच छोड़ देता है
Yeah,
आधे वक्त.
and All Might is saying that Fakhar will play well in the playoffs for Lahore.
यार इंशाल्लाह.
And Umair Shirazi saying the Qalandars have everything: Pacers, aggressive batsmen, gun fielders. They will win, inshallah.
देखो यार
And-
लाहौर के कितने फैंस हैं. All the neutrals want Lahore.
Ramiz is
इसमें
saying
तो कोई डाउट नहीं है.
Karachi should win at any cost.
At any cost.
At any cost. चाहे सुबह अलग बनाना पड़े.
Oh!
Mohammed
Shout out People's Patty.
Mohammed Musa now coming in right arm fast, and he hits the pads of Matavire. And they'll grab a single leg by and the missing. Yeah, almost पिछले 4 ओवरों में ओवरों में कोई 5-6 जो है वो डायरेक्ट हिटें मिस हुई हैं. As the comment coming in from Ramiz Hassan, are you guys sitting on sofa while discussing Victory and Genji? Facts, we are.
Look at that, some cracking cut shots and those flicks through mid wicket यार वो उनका हमेशा मजा आता है. But BT, that was a poor shot. और इमाद वसीम जो थोड़े lackluster रहे हैं इस सीरीज में, getting a much needed wicket and then that leading edge going straight to point and a sharp catch. But boundaries लगी हैं, so let's hope कि एक 150-160 type score हो, थोड़ा competitive match होगा.
Mohammed Musa, as that is ambitious from Chibaba coming down the track to somebody who's bowling 140, and he does, and he manages to get out of the
यार
way.
ये one bouncer नहीं देना चाहिए था, वो आगे बढ़ा. That's wrong, bro.
As for Raza,
It's Lahore, bro. वो याद हो गया.
51 matches for him in the T20 Internationals arena, and
माशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान खेलता ही इतना T20 इतने कम खेलते हैं.
we do play a lot of them. Yeah.
कि वो हर मैच में आए होते हैं. अच्छा है यार.
Faris Nadeem, who I've noticed has a lot of insight in terms of Pakistan's domestic cricket, is.
वो भी proper nerd है हमारी तरह क्रिकेट के बारे में.
Do you know him on Twitter? Or?
I think उनका for sure हमें follow करते होंगे अगर अपने handle दे.
Drop us a follow. As he's coming through with a comment saying Heather is a brilliant 4-day player. He came to recognition by scoring a Qaid Azam trophy
उसमें भी song
last
मारा
year,
था
and then by Zalmi. Muhammad Wasim initially thought he is not a T20 player, but it all changed after that 18-ball 60 in a practice game against Quetta. Yeah, in fact, shameless plug. I did a piece on Heather Ali earlier about what he could do for the Pakistan
you
side.
are shameless, ये बात तो सही
That's
है.
true, come through, and that does
वैसे एक
mention
TV
these
show भी है
things.
shameless, आपने देखा होगा.
You know, speaking of TV shows that start with S, I've been bombarded by people and telling me to watch Succession,
वो तो बहुत fit है.
and I haven't done
बहुत
that
fit
yet.
है.
As this is a smash down to long on, it might be taken in the deep. No, it's one bounce to Muhammad Hassan,
अच्छा.
who does the fielding there.
हसनैन की bowling नहीं आई अभी तक.
He bowled the first over and the third over, and he
Oh.
conceded like
Just missed his spell then.
yeah, he conceded about less than 10 runs in both overs combined.
बस सही.
So on the money is Muhammad Hassan. In fact, he conceded 4 runs in 2 overs.
देखो यार.
So I think he's definitely filling the void.
अच्छा उसको I like the way that PCB have been, you know, bit slow burn पे उसको रखा है, ज़्यादा exposure.
Yeah, it's the way to go with somebody that young, and obviously not everybody.
हर कोई shine नहीं, हर
Exactly,
कोई नसीब नहीं है.
exactly. And I think he could really fill the void that Amar's left in the side, because Amar didn't just pick wickets; he was also very economical. And Hasnain is proving to be that. Mohammed Musa here ending his second over, who's also been quite
हाँ,
economical.
हसनैन की एक बात है, आप जो मर्जी को विकेट टेकर है, विकेट लेता
Yeah,
है.
it is. Victon को हासिल करता है. Well, Zain Mirza saying hi everyone, and the commentators, and also inshallah Karachi won't win because one azab can only come at one time. So
Yeah.
COVID right now means no trophy for Sulaiman Iqbal.
या तो
That is a hell of a comment there. And Umair Shirazi saying yes, Succession is the best show in recent years.
यार जो उसके बड़े बेटे की एक्टिंग है ना, I forgot his name, Kendall, यार वो जबरदस्त
Who's
कमाल एक्टिंग है.
is anybody of note in that show?
यार वो जो था ना X-Men Part 2 में, वो जो था सार्जेंट, क्या नाम था, I don't remember. ब्रायन कॉक्स बहुत मशहूर एक्टर है.
Okay.
उसमें भी था, क्या नाम है उसका?
Wait, Succession is a
HBO है.
It's a comedy?
It's a dark comedy type है. It's not deliberately funny, but it's you know, dark humor उसमें बहुत है.
Okay.
It's supposed to be serious, but you can say it's like a satirical बहुत layers हैं उस पे.
Okay, okay. So it's not like on the nose like The Office.
हाँ नहीं open Veep की तरह नहीं है.
It's not like.
मतलब
I
open मजाक नहीं.
I didn't watch Veep.
Veep भी बहुत अच्छा है.
Veep is
very interesting.
43 for 2 after 7.1. I actually spent some time watching that show about the one that won the Grammy, the Canadian TV show.
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
अच्छा है?
I didn't enjoy it too much.
Achha.
I thought there was a couple of good actors in there.
Baby.
Yeah, yeah. A couple of these moments were nice.
अच्छा यानी laugh out loud नहीं है.
The thing is, for me, the bar is The Office. And this might go all the way to over long on for 6. Chibaba taking Ahmad Wasim, the captain of the Karachi Kings, to the cleaners. And maybe he's forecasting of what has come
Chibaba finally going
on the weekend.
Get going. उसको बेचारे को 6 मैच लग गए, but he's finally finding his groove. Bit in the slot, took a chance with long on back, and then sailed over him for 6. 50 up for New Zealand. New Zimbabwe. In
New
fact.
Zimbabwe. Speaking of New Zealand,
Oh yes.
we will
मेरा
be
mind उस tour पे already चला गया.
we will be going to New Zealand, and that
वैसे
means
rumors आए हैं, पाकिस्तानी Twitter sports journalist कह रहे हैं कि Jahazm Khan is gonna be called up. Maybe नाम आ रहा है उसका.
for what? Test wicketkeeper down the track again,
Way out
and
of
this
it.
time it might go to long on, but it misses. That we will not fault that effort because he dived forward for the catch, but then it kind of went through his legs. I think
ऊपर
it's
से Haris Rauf.
Haris
यार Haris
Rauf.
Rauf long on पे क्या कर रहा है?
Haris Rauf has had an absolute shocker of a game so far.
अलीमदार को इंजर कर दिया यार, हद हो गई. PSL लगने वाला है, मेला सजने वाला है और आप ये कर रहे हो यार हमारे कौमी अंपायर.
Okay, that should have been taken, shouldn't have been. It was thereabouts, and
यार पहुंचा भी था, नहीं पहुंचा ही नहीं यार. यार LPL तो LOL ही लग रही है, to be quite honest.
Amr Sohail is one of their commentators as this is cut away into the deep cover region
I
for
think
a
that
single.
should be a rule of thumb. जहाँ आमिर सोहेल जाए उसको avoid करो.
13 runs off that Ahmad Wasim over. Not a good one for the Karachi Kings captain. And
But आपके owners तो हैं उसमें Gaul Gladiators.
yeah, you'll see a lot of Pakistani representation in that team. You'll see Shahid Afridi, Sarfraz Ahmed, Azam Khan. Actually, Wahab Riaz is in the LPL as well.
आमिर भी है.
Muhammad Amir is also in the Gaul Gladiators, but Wahab is in the other team, one of the other teams.
सरफराज को डील मिल गई यार.
Well, he's got that Omar
फिर आप कहते हैं
Associates.
conflict of interest.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
ये
T20.
श्रीलंकन पार्लियामेंट को
He has a PSL winning.
मोशन करना चाहिए भाई. क्या मजा.
गाल में हड़ताल हो जाएगी, but he's a PSL winning captain.
गाल से गाल. Anyway, 55 for 2 after 8 overs. Chibaba on 31 भाई. और उस्मान खिडिए, the future.
Did you watch his bowling in the? Did you watch his bowling in the second T20?
बहुत ज़बरदस्त bowling.
It really was a special
यार
spell.
इसकी सबसे खास बात है, he gets that drift.
He does.
That magic drift.
But it's not about. It's not just what I like to see about spinners, and I was actually mentioning on the commentary last game because Yuzvinder Chahal I was referencing is yes, you have the ability to get drift, but you also need the cojones
Yes.
to give drift because that does allow the batsman to go after you a bit. And he starts off well there, but it's a bit of an inside edge. Usman Qadir, he's a big guy, isn't he? Taller than SM Raza.
Unnaturally tall है for a leg
Right?
spinner.
55 for 2. You think of leg spinners like Yasir Shah, Shane Warne, even Chahal.
But his haircut leaves much to be desired, to be quite
It's an
honest.
absolute disaster.
I don't know what's happening with that.
Well, that's why he's not
It's
a
like a half, katora cut. पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है.
It's why he's not a fast bowler. It's horrific hair from Usman Qadir. And that is a poor delivery, but he
Aate
might
wicket.
get a wicket off of it. Chibaba has holed out straight to the man at square leg. It's wicket number 3 for Pakistan, and it was a delivery that should have been hit for 6. Khwaja. That was an easy one.
But when the rub of the green is going your way, it was a half tractor, top edged, and Chibaba has once again the Zimbabwe captain disappointing the fans and throwing his wicket away. यार इतनी straightforward ball थी, but didn't catch it, and a safe catch by Haider Ali, who's dropped a few catches in this series, but takes one pretty safely there. सरफराज को फाइन पड़ा हाँ.
For some bad language, but I'm not surprised. He's got a mouth on him.
भाई I'm surprised कि उनको पता लग गया वो क्या कह रहा था. Am I speaking to you?
Yeah,
Fuck off.
yeah. I mean, Sarfraz has got a mouth on him for sure.
गप्टिल से पूछो ना.
Exactly. Faris Nadeem Singh Hasnan.
एंडीले से नहीं पूछना लेकिन.
Yeah, that was.
Whoa.
I have my doubts on that one, but fair enough. Faris Nadeem Singh Hasnan is from my city, comes from a humble background.
हैदराबाद के हैं
Yeah.
फारिस भाई भी.
And he was busy buying plots last week, a few weeks ago.
अच्छी बात है यार. We should
Cashing in the
encourage-
money is Mohammed Hasnan.
Paco!
Abdullah,
He's broken him in half.
that's true. Good point from Emma Jr. on the sidelines here. That Hasnan has some CPL money under his belt too now.
Oh yeah.
And Abdullah Amin saying Heather played.
शाहरुख की टीम हाँ फोटो भी आई थी आई थिंक उनकी.
Yeah. Abdullah Amin saying Heather played a series for under 19 against South Africa, and I
Yeah,
think it
he
was a
made love
7-match series. After seeing him play, the South African coach was so impressed, said that he shouldn't even be playing under 19, and he is way above the rest. That's a fair point. He definitely looks like a notch above the rest right now.
वैसे अगर अंडर 19 की एक मज़ेदार आपने बात छेड़ी है तो मैंने आपके एक व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में भी कल एक फ़ोटो शेयर की थी. आप लोग पीसीबी के मीडिया पे जाएं ट्विटर पे और उधर सिंध 19 अंडर 19 टीम की एक टीम फोटो है, वो जाके देखें एक बच्चे को. ही इज़ लाइक 7'2", इतना ऊंचा है वो.
He hit that growth spurt early.
अनबिलीवेबल. बेचारा अगर कैरिबियन में कहीं में होता अभी एनबीए में होता, लेकिन वो क्रिकेट में धक्के खा रहा है.
56 for 3 after 8.3. I actually want to ask you about this, Khwaja, as one of our side topics today. This is driven down, and it'll beat the inside circle. There is a long off in place, and Mohammad Asnan doing the fielding. Good arm on him is Mohammad Asnan. What is the connection between the Caribbean and the NBA? Because when we spoke to Mashal St. Patrick Hewitt, the man from the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, he had the same thing to say. He said a lot of the young athletes in the Caribbean are focusing on the NBA. Where's that stemming from?
यार एक मेन सबसे बड़ी बात है.
Oh, beautiful leg spinner from Usman Qadir.
Caribbean. मेन बात है रिप्रेजेंटेशन, क्योंकि आपको पता है अफ्रीकन अमेरिकन बहुत प्रोमिनेंट हैं
Right.
एनबीए में और सुपरस्टार्स हैं,
Okay.
हेडलाइन मेकर्स हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली एक वो आपकी एफिनिटी तो होगी.
Is there an affinity between African Americans and the people in the Caribbean?
यार क्योंकि जो एनएफएल में वो
It's a very
helmet
different
पहने होते
culture.
हैं.
Very different culture.
हाँ डिफरेंट का.
Inside edge onto the pads for no run.
यार उस्मान कादिर की अब वो बातें तुम करते ही रहेंगे. उस्मान कादिर के रिदम
Yeah.
जबरदस्त यार.
And again, 1 over gone for Usman. He's picked up a wicket and just only given away a single.
बहुत ही जबरदस्त.
And I think if Shadab
That
Khan
groove,
is
wow.
Shadab Khan is watching this game, he has a little bit to worry about.
प्रीमेच्योरली उसको वाइस कैप्टन बना दिया.
Yeah, just a little worried.
उसका
about it.
तोड़ का बंदा आया तो उन्होंने वाइस कैप्टन बना दिया.
Well,
यही इस्लामाबाद
नहीं,
United,
तोड़
so
की बात-
bloody clever.
तोड़ की बात नहीं है क्योंकि Shadab can bat and he can bat
He
well.
can allegedly.
Well, we saw him in the PSL.
यार पीएसएल तो पीएसएल है ना फिर. हाँ आसिफ अली सुपरस्टार है पीएसएल का.
Yeah,
He
वो तो-
can bat but I think उसको वाइस कैप्टनसी देना है. It's a bit premature कि you are by second name on the team sheet after Babar Azam and Shaheen Shah Afridi. But of course always a good sign to see healthy competition
Yep.
in any format.
Played away to the leg side for
और मैंने
single.
भी एक मेरी एक कंटेंशन थी कि अगर ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाता क्लब क्रिकेट उन चक्रों में ना लगता, ही वुड हैव प्लेड फॉर पाकिस्तान वे अर्लियर देन इमाद वसीम इन माय ओपिनियन. उस्मान कादिर में रॉ मटेरियल्स तो आपको सामने नजर आ रहा है.
Yeah. Oh, reverse sweep in the air. Absolutely.
shocking shot.
That is, I mean, I have to say, that is just shit. There's no other way to describe that. Ryan Burl has been the worst batsman for Zimbabwe in this series, I think, because he's gone nowhere with this innings. Again, and Ahmad was seeing this time firing this down the leg side. It could have been hit anywhere, but he managed to reverse sweep it straight to the man at point, and Fakhar Zaman will catch that 11 out of 10 times. He will head back with Ryan Burl just scoring 1 off 3. Zimbabwe 57 off 4.
It's a bad shot and you're not playing percentage cricket यार. लेग स्टंप के बाहर बॉल है, अभी आपकी विकेट गिरी है पिछले ओवर में कैप्टन की, वो भी, और आप फिर रिवर्स स्वीप पे मारे. पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड करो, लंबा खींचो इनिंग्स को, 140 145 अपने टारगेट को रीअसेस करो. नहीं जी मैं रिवर्स स्वीप मार रहा हूँ, उधर शॉर्ट थर्ड मैन खड़ा है, पॉइंट खड़ा है, कवर खड़ा है, और सीधा आपने कैच दे दिया है. 57 for 4. इमाद वसीम गेट्स हिज सेकंड विकेट. बर्ल गॉन फॉर जस्ट 1 of 3 डिलीवरीज, और सारा प्रेशर बेचारे छोटे बच्चे वेस्ली पे आ गया, और उसके साथ बैटिंग में कोई नहीं आया. एल्टन चिगम्बुरा रह गए और सिकंदर सिक्कू भाई रह गए. So it's going to be
And Sikubai has been lackluster in this innings as well.
उन्होंने भी परफॉर्म नहीं किया, और बेसिकली रायन भी he didn't show up, Chibaba didn't show up in this series, so it's been a rough ride for some of the Zimbabwe.
Forrest is saying the ODIs will be for Heather Ali what test matches were for Babar. He'll take a little bit of time to adjust, and we've got time to give him. The next World Cup is in 2023.
But it's Milton Shumba. What a musical name to have coming to the crease. Good to see Zimbabwe giving the fringe players an opportunity as well. Early days in his career just yet. But
Gets an edge, quickly gets an edge as Ahmad Wasim and goes to point for no run.
इमाद वसीम भी थोड़ा सा लैकलस्टर लग रहे थे इस सीरीज में, और अब आके इधर उनको गिफ्ट विकेट्स मिल गई हैं. So he'll be pleased to have his name in the wickets column as well.
The problem with Ahmad Wasim, and I've seen that with a lot of these international cricketers that have kind of cemented their positions, is that they get slightly complacent when they're playing against
100%.
sides like Zimbabwe. Because Ahmad's first over was great, and then he got hit for a couple boundaries.
जब भी your profession becomes a grind, your performance will suffer, and that's the same with these Pakistan players.
Yep.
उनको पता है जी हम select होंगे, हाँ जी हमने खेलना है ये वो. अब उन पे थोड़ा दबाव है कि भाई हम हर मैच नहीं खेलेंगे. So it's good to have that आग underneath their bums, as they say.
Yep, that is a fair point. Competition for spots is the way to go. Dawood Abdullah joining us saying, hello everyone, how's everyone doing today?
Hello.
We are fine, and we are looking forward to Saturday. That's what everything is about right now. This beautiful, the first game will be the Karachi Kings versus the Multan Sultans, and the winner will go straight to the final. 10 overs gone here, 58 for 4.
बेचारे मुल्तान का विंस को भी कोरोना हो गया और वही पहले ही उनके जो मोइन अली उनके की प्लेयर थे बीन selected by England, so he's not going to be there, but they still have Riley Rousseau, Imran Tahir, शाहिद अफरीदी,
मोहम्मद
खान, मोहम्मद इरफान, इलियास भी अच्छी बॉलिंग करा रहे हैं, शान मसूद भी अच्छे फॉर्म में, कायद आज़म में पिछले 1-2 हफ्ते पहले 100 भी मारा है. So
national T20 he was good as well.
He played well in that tournament as well, took his team to the final. So they're gonna be a tough out.
And I'm telling you now, Pasha,
Kings.
Shan Masood becomes a PSL winning captain. It's gonna ruffle some feathers in this national team as well.
काफी ज़्यादा तहलके मच जाएंगे.
Yeah.
और Pandora's boxat खुल जाएंगे.
Boxat. 58 for 4.
अच्छा सिक्कू भाई खेल ही नहीं रहे आज. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's Shumba instead of Siku. The Shooms, as this is driven to long off for a single. Yeah, there will be a draft for
यार
PSL 6.
वैसे मैंने पूछा था, somebody who is knowledgeable कह रहे हैं कि end December में होगा शायद.
Yeah, which is fairly soon, right?
It's coming. All the matches coming thick and fast. Of course, we'll have the Pakistan-New Zealand T20 series to cover as well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a very big series, very big test for Bobby and his man.
It's going to be awful timings for us, though. Like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., I think.
नहीं,
Wild sweep from Matavire, and he finds mid-wicket for a single.
वो क्योंकि वो day night कर देते हैं तो फिर थोड़ा सा शायद manageable हो जाए. Hopefully.
Have the fixtures been announced?
Check करना पड़ेगा. Intern जरा.
I do not.
Pull that up, Jamie.
I don't remember seeing that, but we'll have a look at it now. 60 for 4 after 10.2.
What do you think about Usman Qadir as a test prospect?
Well, I haven't seen him bowl in the Qaid Azam Trophy. I probably should watch it because 10 a.m. UAE time. Yeah, that's doable.
Saturday वाला तो कर ही लेगा.
Yeah, Saturday, Friday. Even the weekdays, I think we could squeeze a couple in.
Hashtag squeeze.
Who's that? Is that Majid Bhatti?
वो तो जाकिर खान साहब हैं जो one of those suits.
Right.
In the PCB जो आते जाते रहते हैं हर regime के साथ. Don't know the second
61 for 4.
Looks like Rehan.
Oh, beautiful delivery, Usman Qadir.
How is he missed?
He's beat everyone. He's beat Wesley Madhavire. He's beat the stumps. He's beat Rizwan, and it's gone all the way for 4 byes.
Some handy runs there for the Zimbabweans, but look at that. Beautiful googly, extra bounce and just missed that leg bail. Unbelievable bowling. Look at that. और लोग कह रहे थे कि जी बाबर आजम फेवरेटिज्म दिखा रहे हैं उस्मान कादिर को खिला के. यार हर किसी के जैसे वसीम भाई ने कहा हर
तो आप इसका मतलब है कि आप दोस्ती नहीं करो.
अब उमर अकमल ने उसकी बहन की शादी की तो उसमें उसकी बहन के साथ शादी की तो बाबर आजम की इसमें क्या गलती है?
नहीं, they are apparently friends off the field, but that doesn't
यार
matter.
जो भी हैं यार उसका टैलेंट आप देखें बच्चे का.
मतलब सरफराज एंड अनवर अली और फ्रेंड्स, इसका मतलब अनवर अली को भी हम खिलाएं. उसको तो क्वेटा से बिठा दिया था उसने.
लेकिन फिर ले भी लिया था वापस.
Yeah, when he works, he works. I mean, आपको याद होगा PSL 2 में अनवर अली was beast. 10.5 overs gone, 65 for 4. Wesley Madhavire.
बाबर को थोड़ा एक्टिव रहना चाहिए. मुझे लग रहा है स्लिप में क्या जाने वाला है. Madhavire all at sea against Usman.
Oh, wild sweep again. This should be given. No, I think he might have struck him outside leg. Usman Qadir, usually a good judge for the DRS.
बहुत ही शानदार बॉलिंग कर रहा है उस्मान कादिर. यार मजा आ रहा है. लेग्स एक जमाने में जब शद्दाब की बॉलिंग को देख के मजा आता था ना. वो वाले फ्लेवर, वो वाला टच आ रहा है.
The post CT17 Shadab. Yeah. That was a beautiful leg spin spell for him.
I think umpire's call पे शायद वेस्ली बच जाएगा, but that did.
Have they gone upstairs?
और मजे की बात है मुल्तान सुल्तान्स have Usman Qadir on their books, on their roster. So are they going to retain him? That's a very big question.
They should retain him at least for the playoffs. See what happens then. And they've gone upstairs, Pakistan, but I think this is missing off stump.
I think umpire's call हो जाएगा.
Your question about Usman Qadir in Pakistan white is a good one. I like that because with all
South Africa आने वाले in the new year.
Exactly. With all due respect to Yasir Shah, he's not been as consistent as he used to be, even though he was our highest wicket-taking bowler in England.
और आजकल हम वैसे भी घर पे भी 3-3 फास्ट बॉलर खिला रहे हैं
Exactly.
पास, you know.
And you have it's very on and off with Yasser these days. And just like we're putting pressure on Shadab through Usman in the white ball cricket, we should do that on Yasser in red ball cricket as well. I think.
And the thing is, Shadab has not earned his red ball stripes यार, वो फर्स्ट क्लास ही नहीं खेलता.
Nope.
वो LPL, LOL हर जगह भाग जाता है, तो फिर फर्स्ट क्लास कौन खेलेगा? प्रूव कौन करेगा?
Yep.
जाहिद महमूद धक्के खा रहे हैं ना, इसलिए लोग कह रहे हैं भाई उसको खिलाओ.
No,
वो
and
खेलता ही नहीं और आप उसको डाल देते
खा रहे हैं. He's performing. He's getting the results.
ज्यादती है यार डिजर्विंग प्लेयर्स के साथ.
The voice of the third umpire here. I think it's. So this, definitely missing. That was a poor review. Let's see what the.
But जो rhythm और momentum पकड़ा हुआ Usman, fair enough. He's bowling really well here and deserved that review. So, but 65 for 4 after 11 overs. Wesley all at sea against Usman Qadir, 8 of 12. Shumba, 3 of 6.
Dawood Abdullah saying can't wait to win the PSL alongside the Azim AZ Khwaja.
ये देखो
जीतना तो लाहौर नहीं है.
ओए.
Wow, and
इतने fan support means sport है.
And Faris Nadeem is saying Usman Qadir has a horrendous first class record for some reason.
यार वो वही है ना, वो ग्रेट क्रिकेट और उधर धक्के खाने चले गया ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, जहाँ आपको सपोर्टिव पिचेस भी नहीं है, ऊपर से आप वो एक और सिस्टम में खेल रहे हो, एक और कल्चर में खेल रहे हो. इधर आप अब्दुल कादिर के बेटे हो, पूरा लाहौर LCC माफिया ने आपको सपोर्ट करना था. 100% उसने पाकिस्तान खेल जाना था, गारंटी देता हूँ मैं.
Yep. And Umair Shirazi is saying that they are childhood friends, Babar and Usman. As Imad will continue here, the other spinner for Pakistan today. Good bowling attack for Pakistan today. It's very diverse. You got the off spin of Imad, the leg spin of Qadir, and then you've got Hasnan, Musa, and Haris.
A functional T20 batting lineup. Over दिलेरी नहीं चाहिए. 155, 160 regularly आप लोग करो, ये bowling आपको मैच जिता देगी.
But when I think of Babar, Heather, and Hafiz, that's functional enough.
That's very good. That's especially जो हफीज की फॉर्म लगी हुई है. He's becoming a key player. मसला हमें आ रहा है 6 पोजीशन और 5 पे, और of course that second opener कि हमें एक proper टुल्ला नहीं मिल रहा, unbelievably.
Maybe we give Colin Munro the Pakistani passport.
Oh, big edge. Oh, good fielding by Musa. Saved a certain boundary. But could that have been a catch?
Yeah, went to short third man. Musa actually slipped, but then
Gerrard-esque slip.
Yeah, but unlike Gerrard.
Or John Terry wali slip.
Yeah, वैसे. देखिए.
Shout out Moscow.
Wow. No words for that. 67 for 4 after 11.3.
उसे आपने आज ही WhatsApp पे जॉन टेरी का टॉपिक छेड़ा था, तो मेरे माइंड
नहीं, क्योंकि यार मेरे साथ लोग बकवास करते हैं कभी कार, मुझे तब चढ़ती है. पहली बात तो मैं अगर उसकी स्लिप की बात करूं तो उसने he redeemed himself, right? He won the Champions League after that. Gerrard never won the Premiership. तो पहली बात तो ये है.
Oh, big hit, big slog, and that is a 6.
The Shooms has gone all the way for 6 over fine legs. What a shot that is. And getting Aleem Dar's front delts into action.
That was a good slog sweep, gandhi ball, short and down the leg side, and just plonked it Ben Dunk style over the Pindi fence. Lovely shot and some momentum there for the Zimmers.
All Might is asking about the Usman being for Lahore Qalandars. No, he's with the Multan Sultans.
I think अगर वो retain नहीं करते तो Lahore should make it a priority to sign Usman Qadir. We need a spinner. I'm hoping कि अब्दुल्ला शफीक और उस्मान कादिर को लाहौर को प्लान करना चाहिए कि भाई इन लड़कों को हमने लाना है.
Yep, Zan is saying I never felt good for any spinners like the way I felt when Ajmal was bowling. I always thought a wicket was coming.
Money.
That was insane, honestly. I agree with that sentiment. Even though I love watching spin bowling, with Ajmal it was like a wicket a ball.
भाई guarantee था इतना वो. There's a stat that from year 2009 to 2014 he had the most international wickets across all formats. Across all bowlers. इतना clutch था सईद अजमल हमारे लिए.
Really is a big game player and a Qawmi hero.
भूल गए और वो भी हमने ज़ाया कर दिया, सपोर्ट नहीं किया. But वही है.
किसको?
अजमल मतलब the way his career ended
had a full career.
He deserved. यार फिर वही 2015 चकिंग वगैरह में फिर ज़ाया हो गया हमसे. But वही है, लेकिन रूल्स ही ऐसे थे.
Yeah.
बस एक्शन भी उसका ठीक.
Faris Nadeem pulling out some names from his hat here, saying at the moment we are quite blessed in the spin bowling department. Countless names are coming to my mind, and needing to bring Karamat Ali and Abrar Ahmed into the system.
Oh, he stomped. What a big googly there from Uzi Kader. Shumba had absolutely no chance, and Rizwan in a flash has pulled off the bills, and Zimbabwe are 74 for 5. Usman Qadir among the wickets once again.
Look at that. Usman Qadir he's picked up his second wicket, and he's only given away 4 runs into his third over. Again, Shoom's going nowhere there.
Hey, uski ball dekhe
a dragging back foot.
Uski ball dekhe aap. और आप पर्ची लगे हुए थे भाई ये बच्चा बॉलर है आप माने या ना माने ये कौमी हीरो बन गया है. And Milton Shumba had a 6, but that's all about it for our debut. 11 on 12, and the big unit Elton John Chigumbura out to bat for the Zimmers. An absolute strife, 74 for 5.
Struggling here are Zimbabwe, and Faris Nadeem is mentioning Karamat Ali and Abrar Ahmed.
Oh, and there is a guard of honor. I guess he's retiring after this series. So farewell.
That is brilliant from the
glorious career.
That
for
really
Zimbabwe.
is special. This is what we play the game for. This is what we watch the game for. AZ
Spirit
Khwaja.
of cricket.
Really is special, and a moment for the ages. The Pakistani team, led by their wonderful skipper Babar Azam, has lined up for Elton Chigumbura, one of the household names of Zimbabwe cricket, one of the legends of the men in red, is walking out on the pitch for his last time. And Pakistan have done everything they can here to celebrate that, lining up for a guard of honor.
57 matches, 20 average at a strike rate of 141. If he's batting at 6 or 7, has 350s to his name. That's a very decent career, and shout out to Elton. He's one of those names you always associate with Zimbabwe cricket, along with Brendan Taylor, Sikandar Raza, Sean Williams, Craig Irvine, Sean Irvine, Heat Streak, Andy Blignott, Tatenda Taibu, Grant Flower, Andy Flower. These guys were household names when we were kids. And it's really heartening to see कि पाकिस्तान ने उसका इस्तेमाल किया उसको इज्जत दी है and he deserves it for his international career.
He does and it's nice for Pakistan to build that repertoire in international cricket as a team that cares and knows.
But Usman Khader with no respect, a fizzing leg break that beats his outside edge. क्या खूबसूरत bowling कर रहा है यार. This is reminiscent of that West Indies debut tour when Shadab had them spinning all over the place, had them tied in knots, and was basically our man of the series.
And I think
in his debut series.
Ansari M has summed it up well. Oh, this is a wild swipe across the line from Chigs, as you'll miss completely. Ansari M also bringing the Chigumbura's contributions to Pakistan cricket into perspective, saying he was the captain of the Zimbabwe team that brought international cricket back to Pakistan in 2015. That is massive. 12.3 overs gone, 74 for 5. Chigumbura now going to face the incredible Usman Khader. He has been a wizard this afternoon.
भाई मुझे तो लग रहा है इमाद वसीम should start worrying about his spot in the side. शदाब तो चलो खेलता ही है.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's beating down the door.
Why can't you play two leg spinners in the side?
I think that's a very good point you're making, 100%.
And we saw teams.
और थोड़ा बैट भी घुमा लेता है, नंबर 9 पे खेल सकता है. अभी अगर Shaheen Wahab, Usman, Shadab and Imad is your bowling attack.
That's pretty good.
That looks money for Asian conditions.
But see, this is the thing, AZ. I just, whenever you say this to me, and you're not the only one, frankly, I don't care. If he's bowling 4 overs, giving away 15 runs, he's done his job.
100%.
Edge and taken.
He's gone.
It's another wicket for Usman Khader. He is racking them up here. This man looks like he's playing international cricket for a while. And Matavere, Zimbabwe's best batsman of the series, is absolutely bamboozled. They're 6 down for 75. And Usman Khader is making his father proud right now.
Yeah, I was just thinking exactly that, how proud he would have been to see his son. But I'm sure he's watching from above and seeing him perform. Look at this sensational bowling. Beautiful flight, beautiful rhythm, beautiful drift. And he's spinning it all over the place in both directions. And Wesley Madhavera had no chance. 75 for 6. और बेचारे अब्दुल्ला शफीक सोच रहा होगा इन्होंने तो रनज़े ही नहीं छोड़नी मेरे लिए कि मैं डेब्यू पे आके 10 20 30 कर लूं.
Well, send him as
clinical tonight.
Send him in as opener.
हाँ वाकई यार भेज दो क्या है.
Trial by fire.
फखर जमान है तो वैसे भी आउट हो जाना है.
75
I think
for
they might
6.
even think about it, to be quite frank.
Why not? I don't see why that would not be.
And
a
I think
possibility.
overall we should be quite satisfied with the way Pakistan have utilized their rotation in this series.
So the one thing that I wanted in this match particularly is for Rizwan to get a rest and Rohail to play. I really would have liked that.
लेकिन अब देखा जाए उसकी भी आधे वक्त बैटिंग ही नहीं आ रही रिजवान. I think he only showed up at the crease a couple of times in this entire tour. उसकी बैटिंग ही नहीं आई.
That's true. But just behind the stumps, get some game time. Rohail, because he's been under 19 captain for a couple of years now, 3 years now. So,
but I do feel कि यार अगर आप उनको नहीं खिला रहे तो उनको जाके कायदे आज़म खेलने दो यार. इधर क्यों टाइम ज़ाया कर रहे हैं, ड्रिंक्स दे रहे हैं.
I think it matters to be around the top team, the first class, the first international team.
It does, but these raw guys who've only played 5-6 matches,
Yeah.
उनको ज़रूरत थी. अब अब्दुल्ला शफीक पिछले 2 हफ्तों से इधर बबल में था, वो जाके कायदे आज़म 3 राउंड खेल लेता तो क्या बुराई थी. It would have really helped.
Yeah, the COVID thing doesn't help either, right? Because otherwise they would be able to bounce around. It's just within the country. 76 for 6 after 13 overs. उस्मान कादर को हम ऑफिशियल कौमी हीरो स्टेटस दे दें?
100% यार. Another Sapute Lahore coming to the headlines, so that's a very good sign कि यार अब finally हमारे पास कोई दलेर स्पिनर भी आ रहा है. थोड़ा सा इमाद शदाब को कोई चैलेंज करने वाला भी है. जाहिद भी हेडलाइंस ले रहे हैं, उस्मान कादर भी हेडलाइन ले रहे हैं. जैसे हमारी उम्मीदें थी मोहम्मद नवाज़ से, उसामा मीर से, उमर खान से, उनका थोड़े सितारे गर्दिश में आ गए. बट उस्मान इज़ एब्सोल्युटली रैकिंग द जिमर्स. और अब मज़ा आएगा कि अब हम देखें इसको कि फर्दर along the road जब वो बड़ी टीमों के साथ खेलेगा, how will he perform. Musa Khan back on to bowl, BC outside edge. No, he's got him. Has he? No, Aleem Dar Singh, no. But Rizwan with a huge appeal. Pakistan are going to review. It did look like there was an edge of Donald Tiripano, but Rizwan थोड़े से shaky हैं. वो कह रहे हैं बाबर अगर गलत हुआ ना तो मैंने तेनू चंडे करा देनी है. But they've taken the review, only one remaining. So let's see if Tiripano has edged that. Musa did go up straight away, so I think there might be a chance that this might be out. But Zimbabwe basically haven't done anything wrong. It's just been sensational bowling all round for Pakistan. They've been switched on from ball one and been absolutely ruthless. And on the replays, I think Ultra Edge determine karega कि edge लगा या नहीं. I think लगा है, but no obvious deflection. Ultra Edge says forward, and no, there is no edge. Donald, you are safe. बेचारे दूसरे डोनाल्ड भी बच जाते तो क्या ही बात थी. बट कोई बात नहीं, 4 साल मिले हमें जो करना था कर लिया. But that's not out. Musa Khan and Rizwan getting it wrong. But I guess no damage done when Zimbabwe are 76 for 6 after 13 overs. Tiripane on 1, Elton Chigumbura also on 1. So they're basically battling against the tide, the green tide. और especially जो हमारी ये light fluorescent green है. Honestly, personally, I really love that color. I feel that's the true Pakistan color. उसके साथ यादें भी बड़ी वाबस्ता हैं कि चलो यार 99 हम हार गए. बट वो एक जो हमारी इमेज आती है माइंड में शुएब अख्तर की, सईद अनवर की, अब्दुल रज़ाक की, वसीम अकरम की, those are what our childhood dreams were built on. And this has been driven, not timed straight to the cover fielder for no run. Musa Khan भी अच्छे रिदम में लग रहे हैं. So it's a good sign कि यार थोड़ी fast bowling depth भी आ रही है. Good sharp catch there in the slips. And Usman Qadir, he's having an absolute ball, taking wickets for fun. And justifying his selection. बहुत बातें हो रही थी, बहुत तनकीद हो रही थी. लोग कह रहे थे कि भाई उसको प्रेफर किया गया, ये किया गया, वो किया गया. पहले ही हम नेगेटिव हो जाते हैं, बच्चे को खेलने से पहले ही हम उसको डाउन कास्ट करने शुरू कर देते हैं, which is not the right way to go about in my opinion. But Musa Khan steaming in with the second slip in place. Hard drive through extra cover, bit of a misfield, and Babar Azim giving it a sprint at long off to cut it off. That'll be just another 2 added to the score. So Zimbabwe, maybe if they can squeeze together maybe 120, 125, 130 ऐसा कुछ कर लें तो शायद कोई बात बन जाए. Mahad Wasim with a lazy effort there in the field, to be quite honest. Extra cover पे आप खड़े हो तो भैया आपको ये बॉलें तो रोकनी चाहिए. But a hard drive there from Donald. And Babar Azim giving chase. He's been outstanding in this series, really leading from the front, letting his bat do this talking. His numbers as captain, he has I think 550s in 8 games as captain, as T20 captain. So he's been in stunning form, leading from the front. Another hard drive to extra cover, but this time Imad does grab onto it. 78 for 6 after 13.4. And Musa just given 10 runs away in his 2.4 overs. He's bowled well as well. हमने देखा था तीसरी ओडीआई में he got hammered a bit, but he's come back nicely in the T20 series. अच्छा बॉलर है, थोड़ा टाइम इसको भी लगेगा. इसको भी स्लो एंड स्टडी अप्रोच के साथ हम लेके जा रहे हैं. बट ही हैज़ रॉ पेस, ही कैन स्विंग द बॉल एंड ही हैज़ द फिटनेस. ये सबसे बड़ी बात है कि वो आपको 8-10 लगातार ओवर दे सकता है 140 पेस पे. बस थोड़ा सा टाइम दें. हर किसी को हम क्रिटिसाइज़ पहले शुरू कर देते हैं. ऑफ कोर्स इट्स आवर राइट कि वो पाकिस्तान के लिए खेल रहा है, सो यू नेवर टू ओल्ड और टू यंग फॉर दैट. बट थोड़ा सा पेशेंस हमें भी दिखाना चाहिए एज फैंस. हर किसी को पर्ची और ये वो लेबल्स नहीं देने चाहिए. Bit of a misfield there and 2 runs given away. Some slack fielding हमने देखा है पिंडी में. पाकिस्तान की outfielding has not been that great. They've dropped some catches, some misfields. So I think पिंडी का ground भी काफ़ी पिट चुका है. There's been a lot of non-stop cricket on it, so maybe the outfield hasn't got time to breathe and recover and get fixed and उसको ठीक नहीं कर पाए. But they do need to work harder on their outfielding if they want to be a top side and be challenging for that World T20 title. You can't be dropping catches in big games, especially in T20 जब एक दो ओवर में पूरे मैच का रुख बदल सकता है. This is Musa streaming in for the last ball of his third over. Short ball beats the outside edge. And a good spell here, good rapid spell. 138.5, अच्छी pace निकाल रहा है. Zimbabwe 80 for 6 after 14. Tiripane on 5, Chikumbura on 1. But हमने देखा Elton Chikumbura, he's capable of those big hits. And on this minuscule windy ground, he could back himself if he gets his eye in to get some quick runs.
Faris Nadeem here on the comment saying, guys, do you think with Muhammad Asif, it was never about number of wickets he took, it was about the way he took them? Of all players, I miss him the most.
यार वो एक जो कहते हैं ना unbridled genius. There was a genius. There was things that you couldn't imagine yourself doing. He elevated the art of bowling to that level. तो जब आप एक इतनी एक स्पेशल चीज़ देखते तो फिर आप वाकई यार उसका फिर नशा ही अलग होता है. ऊपर से पाकिस्तानी बॉलर ऐसे करे अगेंस्ट AB, KP, कैलिस हो ये हो वो दुनिया के एलीट प्लेयर्स. They had no
Swing and a
chance.
miss. Usman will continue his iconic spell here at the Rawalpindi International Stadium. And Ahmed Jr. just sitting across us, dropping comments, saying, what about Umar Khan from the KK, who has been held back by Imad Wasim?
बड़ी कोई hot takes coming in from intern.
Junior's dropping him.
बर्पा कर रहे हैं.
He's dropping him. And nice flight that Khwaja mentioned
this
again.
could be a catch. No. Long off was back on the boundary. Just one bounce.
But that is a good point, because we saw a lot of good things from Umar Khan, the legend killer, as they were calling him. The giant killers, they were calling him in the fourth PSL.
यार लेकिन मसला ये उसने नेशनल T20 में बिल्कुल परफॉर्म नहीं किया. In fact got dropped midway through the tournament for
यार वो ठीक है, आपने उसको उसमें क्यों नहीं दिया? PSL में क्यों चांस क्यों नहीं दिया?
नहीं PSL में
तो what a turner that is, a rank turner from Usman.
हाँ कुछ मैचेस उन्होंने आई थिंक फिर उमैद और जॉर्डन वाला फास्ट बॉलिंग रोड टैंडम शुरू कर दिया था कि उन्होंने 4 फास्ट बॉलर खिलाने शुरू कर दिए थे. बट इट वाज वर्किंग फॉर देम. ठीक है बाद में उमर खान ने बड़ा अच्छा कमबैक किया था टूर्नामेंट में. बट वही आई थिंक ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. आई डोंट थिंक इमाद इज दैट इनसिक्योर, और मे बी ही इज, हु नोज. Hard drive back to the bowler, 81 for 6.
Omer Shirazi saying Umar Khan did not take a single wicket in the National T20 Cup.
काफी मारे खाई हैं उसने.
And Zain is saying Khwaja is giving lectures like my Islamiyat teacher.
वही जब एक डीप डाइव शुरू हो जाती है तो फिर आपको पता है हमें तो वैसे भी बोलने का बहुत शौक है.
Diving deep. 81 for 6. Zimbabwe here struggling to get any respectability with their total. As Qadr again getting a rank turn.
And Rizwan has missed it.
Couple of poor keeping efforts from Rizwan today. Maybe we get
a certain
someone a call. Certain someone in purple. A certain someone from Karachi.
Hashtag Ashasha.
800 Sarfraz. Got him on speed dial here.
ये तो कोई वो छिपा साहब की कोई हेल्पलाइन लग रही है. 800 सरफराज. एडी साहब की एम्बुलेंस में आएगा सरफराज.
Riding around in an ambulance.
यार नहीं यार कॉमी हीरो एंड probably the greatest, the calmest hero of them all, अब्दुल सत्तार एदी साहब.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sarfraz Ahmed.
यार वो तो थोड़ा उससे दर्जे नीचे है.
एक दो दर्जे बस. Usman Qadr again, massive flight.
Hashtag दर्जात.
A chance for a run at the bowler's end, but he'll miss it because it's a direct hit.
भाई पाकिस्तान के लिए आप ये डायलॉग कह नहीं सकते. चांस ओवर रन आउट, होप ओवर रन आउट कहने चाहिए. 87 for 6 last.
You know,
ball.
since you've said that, it's stuck in my mind the fact that we never ever get direct hits when we want them.
सिर्फ शदाब कभी-कभी करता था और अफरीदी करता था, वरना तो कोई भी नहीं करता. नोट और यूनुस खान भी करता था. यूनुस खान भी बहुत जबरदस्त फील्डर थे.
Fieldrat.
Last ball of his spell, 3 for 13. Kenny ended with a 4 for. Slip in place. Ehsan का बैट याद. Iconic.
Yep.
Iconic sticker.
It really
बचपन
is.
याद आ गया अपना.
Another wild sweep. Edged in. It might be taken. It's given.
Oh,
that's another wicket from Usman Qadr. He's going to get a 4 for in just his second T20 international. This man is ripping through Zimbabwe. And I have to say that a lot of people will look at his figures and be like, it was only Zimbabwe. I'd ask you, I'll beg you to watch the game again, watch his spell. His bowling has been good enough to bamboozle the best.
भाई मैं तो पीसीबी को कहूँगा इसका एंटायर स्पेल आप अपलोड करें. इसके जो 4 ओवर जो उसने शानदार बॉलिंग कराई है. Look at that. Ball outside the leg stump. Try to go for a big sweep. Got the bottom edge of the glove. And a sharp catch by Moriz. 800 Sarfraz. Shut the phone.
4 for 13. And just a moment for Elton Chigumbura, the legend of Zimbabwe cricket, who is walking off an international field for his last time. For the last time in Zimbabwe colors. His services to his nation and his country are none other than great. He's up there. He is one of the greats, one of the legends, one of the gentlemen that will be remembered long when we talk about the history of Zimbabwe cricket. And he actually has a special piece of Pakistani cricket history as well,
Absolutely.
being the captain of the Zimbabwe team that brought international cricket to our great country.
87 for 7, 15 overs up, 30 balls remaining. Can Zimbabwe eke together maybe 120, maybe kuch kahin na kahin se kar le? But looks quite difficult. Usman Qadir with another sensational spell, 4 overs, 4 wickets for 13. And he has been all over the Zimbabweans like a rash.
Really is. Faris is mentioning though that we need to keep the pitch in contention. Australia में जो है वो यासिर शाह वाला हाल ना हो जाए.
बिल्कुल बात तो सही है. न्यूजीलैंड में तो स्पेशली उनके छोटे से ग्राउंड है, ट्रू विकेटें हैं उधर तो लेग स्पिन बॉल.
Oh, down the track and a wild slash will go for 4 for point.
सर गया मिड विकेट पे और बॉल गया पॉइंट के ऊपर से. A beautiful shot there, but DT Donald Tirapano, not Donald Trump.
Tirapano, much like Donald Trump, did not know where this was going to result. He just
Stop the count. drag do. It's all happening.
Wild swing and it just went for man.
हमारे साउंड बोर्ड ऑन हो गया है.
91 for 7 after 15.1.
Speaking of ड्रग दो, वो उसको बेचारे को ड्रग मिल रही है, जेल में बैठा हुआ है अर्नब गोस्वामी साहब.
As it's just played past point.
What a shot.
Might run down to third.
Even better.
Oh, it's gone for 4. Poor
What
fielding.
a late cut यार, जबरदस्त. आपने डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प को मजाक समझा हुआ है. Look at that shot. Beautiful back cut behind point. Screams away past point for 4. And now 95 for 7. हम 120 कह रहे थे, ये तो 140 150 करके छोड़े.
Ziggy Singh, बदतमीज shot from DT.
Indeed, hashtag बदतमीज. But that was pure class. Second one, he's got his eye in. और मुझे लगता है अब ये बिग बैट मोड में चले जाएगा जैसे हम PS2 पे खेलते थे ब्रायन लारा क्रिकेट पे.
And Faris is saying that Faris is criticizing the extra flight from Usman, saying that the stronger teams will actually play it a lot easier.
यार लेकिन अगर आप दोनों तरफ ब्रेक करें और बॉल ड्रिफ्ट हो रही है, even the best batsman will be challenged by that.
There's a lot of break in his bowlings. Yeah, that's true. Nice bumper there from Mohammad Musa.
और कोई इमाद वसीम वाले शूटर तो आउट नहीं करेंगे ना आपको. You have to दलेरी दिखानी पड़ती है.
ऐसी बात तो नहीं है. Imad gets a decent amount of wickets in international cricket.
यार बस ठीक है. ऑनेस्ट बैटिंग पे खेल रहा है वनडे टीम में. टू बी क्वाइट फ्रैंक
4 ओवर करा लेता है 20-25.
नहीं वनडे टीम में.
वनडे टीम में तो
T20 में.
नहीं वनडे टीम में तो हाँ.
क्योंकि जिम्मेदारी लेता है, न्यू बॉल भी लेता
वनडो
है.
में वनडो में तो
की रहे हम वनडो में. एनीवेज शाउट आउट आतिफ.
I can't do this anymore. Honestly, this weekend.
यार ये हेयर कट क्या है यार.
No.
What is this haircut, bro? ये वो फ्रेंड्स में नहीं थी, वो क्या नाम थी, वो ब्रूनेट का क्या नाम है यार? नॉट रेचल, उसकी बहन, रॉस की बहन यार, मोनिका वाले बात.
95 for 7. It's all happening.
मोनिका गेलर बना.
Oh my goodness! You are listening to Change of Pace Live, the home
A bit of friends, a bit of
Pakistan
cricket.
And again, Khwaja, the biggest party in sport, not the Caribbean Premier League. It's the Pakistan Super League
On
this weekend.
Change of Pace,
On
not
Change of
just
Pace.
PSL. It has to be with us.
It has to be. It really does. Mohammad Musa now running in 3 overs, 3 balls left in his
Wicket ले जा
spell.
भाई.
Been economical until this over, as this is played to backward point for a quick single. Khujdil Shah.
143 kph, good pace there from Musa. यही बात है यार, थोड़ा सा स्टॉकी से बॉलर है, इतनी हाइट नहीं, maybe about 5'6", 5'8", but look at that pace, serious pace, serious heat. And 96 for 7, inching towards that 100 mark is Zimbabwe. Good over here, good runs here by DT for 5. Or Masakadza, I believe he must be related to Hamilton Masakadza, another one of those Zimbabwe stars that everybody knows. घर घर लोग इनके नाम जानते हैं. Elton Jikambura, Brendan Taylor, Hamilton Masakadza. You know these guys.
Who's that guy?
They've left their stake.
Heat
Streak.
Yeah,
he was also a top bowler. In those.
उसके नाम भी इतना fast है.
हाँ.
Inside edge and will come through for single. Will let Masakadza get off strike quickly. Bring back Donald T. Tirapano, who has got a couple boundaries off this over already. Zimbabwe nearing that 100. They might actually be able to drag this for 130.
Why not, yeah?
Give Babar a chance to get another 50.
100%.
But look at those numbers, Khwaja.
यार 24 बॉलों के स्पेल में उसने 16 डॉट बॉल डाले. So you know
that's unbelievable. It's almost 3 overs that have gone for
averaging
maidens.
7.5. Wow. And look at that economy too.
Did he play that first match?
Huh?
He played the first match?
No, I think he didn't play the
And why are they saying 3 matches?
I guess he did.
I think he did, yeah. Must have missed that. Even though we were doing commentary on it. 97 for 7 after 15.5. Musa bouncing this time into Turipano's chest. It'll come through for a single. 98 for 7. Good over for Zimbabwe. Much needed impetus in their innings. That'll take them nearer that 3-figure mark. Babar Bichara itne score mein 50 kar jayega. Log will say he's selfish and did not finish. Zain Mirza with a comment.
हाँ देख लेना ये क्रिटिसिज्म शुरू हो जाएगी बाद में कि भाई आप बच्चों को चांस क्यों नहीं दे रहे हालांकि दिस सीरीज वी सॉ सो मेनी गाइज मेकिंग देयर डेब्यूज अक्रॉस द वेरियस फॉर्मेट्स आई थिंक वी रिलेटिवली मैनेज्ड इट वेल एक तो चलो मैच हार गए कोई बात नहीं डजंट मैटर द वे इट्स ऑल अबाउट बिल्डिंग योर बेंच स्ट्रेंथ इट्स ऑल अबाउट गिविंग एक्सपोजर टू दीज गाइज एट दिस लेवल टू फील द प्रेशर एट दिस लेवल एंड लुक एट दैट पिंडी होराइजन कितना खूबसूरत looks like the cauldron of fire जैसे मुसाद को हर तीसरे ग्राउंड को cauldron of fire बना
The
देते हैं
National Stadium is where that's at though. That's and the Dubai. वैसे ख्वाजा
वो तो ring of fire हमारी है ही
do you miss the Dubai International? I miss it sometimes.
यार of course
I do miss it sometimes.
हमारा तो एक yearly routine होता था
Yeah.
matches देखना
Good bounce there and a chance for a run at the bowler's end. I hope for a run at the bowler's end. But another miss as they'll scamper through for another single, bringing Masakadza on strike.
good to see them in good spirits वो इतना pressure नहीं
They love their
लेके
cricket. They love playing cricket. Zimbabwe. They enjoy touring Pakistan as well. We saw a lot of good tweets coming through.
and the good thing is कि जो हम next year South Africa tour जा रहे हैं for T20s and ODIs and I think we're also going to go to Zimbabwe
We're
and play some
reciprocating a little bit of love. Maybe Fakhr can get another double hundred.
matches. Whoa
Since he
अगर आज फखर जमान स्कोर नहीं करता do you think his place will be in jeopardy for New Zealand
frankly think that this is the conversation you're having now. And again, this statistic, I love reading this out.
yeah stat
Because
the lady stat
the Larry stat, Pakistan have bowled their opponents out the most in T20 cricket. The total of 37 times. 51 times, sorry. No, 31 times. What am I saying?
31 times that honestly that feels low to be quite honest
Yeah, it does. But the next best is 22. But the next best has also played 30 less games.
the percentage is probably दिखानी चाहिए
I'm always surprised the lack of cricket that Bangladesh get now, you know.
but speaking of Bangladesh their legend is back
Shakib Al Hasan.
और
Shakib Al
कोई
Hasan.
खबरें चल रही थी कि मुल्तान उसको लेना चाहते थे बट आई डोंट पीसीबी ने अप्रूव नहीं किया है और समथिंग लाइक दैट
Right.
But,
Hasnan running in this time. In the air, and it might be slapped over mid-off for 4. That's a smart shot from Masakadza. He saw the man inside the circle, went aerial, and it worked for him. Khwaja, also, speaking of Bangladesh cricket, a special day in their history today. It marks 20 years to their first ever test match.
oh yes indeed
And they've been a household name. And they actually have one test match victory, I think, against Pakistan, don't they?
no
Or they were about to, and then Zamam saved it.
they won a test match no they haven't won one I think
They,
they've drawn one they haven't won one
they've won a test match, though. Like, not just against us, but
हाँ
they've
of
won.
course वैसे तो वो जीते हैं
जैसे वेस्ट इंडीज के खिलाफ जीते हैं, जिम्बाब्वे के खिलाफ जीते हैं, आयरलैंड के खिलाफ जीते हैं. Hasnan now running in on the pads, flicked away. Have they beat a top 6 team in a test match?
हाँ
For four
इंग्लैंड को
beautiful
हराया
shot.
उन्होंने ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हराया
अच्छा हाँ, but in Bangladesh हराया था ना. Oh, yeah.
हाँ ओवरसीज तो जीतना मुश्किल ही है
Meanwhile, back-to-back boundaries here for Mohammad Hasnan. This time clipping it off the pads, and deep square leg will not come around. It'll be another 4. So again, these runs are now totaling up. They're climbing.
अच्छा है यार थोड़े से क्विक रन्स करें थोड़े हमें स्टिफ टारगेट दें स्टिफ तो चलो नहीं होगा बट एटलीस्ट ट्रिकी तो दे सकते हैं poor ball there from a stand back of length on leg stump and any batsman will put that away beautiful shot by Masakadza 175 squeezed away to third man for another quick single so he's supporting Donald Tirupano here तो चलो तो थोड़े से पार्टनरशिप बन रही रन रेट भी 7 के करीब शायद घसीट लें so it's gonna be a decentish score to defend something to bowl at as they say but look at that एहसान के पैड एहसान का किट यार I love that यार अच्छा है हमारे पाकिस्तानी kit suppliers भी support कर रहे हैं जिम्बाब्वे को I actually really like their kit it's nice
It is.
ये
It's
जो येलो और रेड बड़ा ज़बरदस्त स्टाइल इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के किट से तो 100 दफ़ा बेहतर है
my favorite international kit is West Indies, of course. The maroon. Played away to third man for missed field a bit, but he recovers his Musa coming back for 2. And Rizwan. 800 Safraz might be on the cards.
But what I like the most about Hussain, he is visibly much fitter than he was since the last
Yep,
PSL.
he's put on good muscle, lean muscle. Looks quicker, it looks healthy. Looks like an athlete. I know it's a very cliched term, but he looks like an athlete. 110 for 7 after 17 overs.
Predictions ले लेते हैं कि क्या होगा फाइनल स्कोर 18 बॉलें रह गई
I think they'll probably squeeze their way to 130.
130 हाँ 130 32 तक कर लें
Yeah.
तो अच्छा मैच रह सकता है especially अगर
What do you think has been
विकेट गिर गई
better for Zimbabwe? Their bowling or their batting?
यार वैसे उनके बैट्समैन ने भी काफ़ी हद तक परफॉर्म किया है इस सीरीज़ में अगर आप देखें शॉन विलियम्स मेड 100 Wesley has made 70 in the T20s. Brendan Taylor with a stunning innings.
Yeah.
So I think definitely their batting has been much better. हमारी उनकी bowling blessing ने भी बहुत अच्छी वैसे bowling की है मुज़र रब्बानी ने and Ngarava has been quite good as well. थोड़ा सा spin bowling में उनको issue आ रहा था. Sikandar has basically been their main spin bowler. So I think probably their batting has been overall much better.
Tries to dab this, but Haris Rauf is too quick. Well, not that quick.
हारिस रऊफ का भी लोग जिक्र नहीं कर रहे सीरीज में. He's bowled really well with the new ball. Looked threatening, gotten wickets.
He was good. Well, today he was okay in his second or third over. As Son Amir gracing the commentary box today. Masakadza and Tirapano building this partnership into a respectable score. The thing about Haris Rauf is I thought he would be a lot quicker than he is right now, to be honest.
I think वो थोड़ा सा कंट्रोल पे फोकस कर रहा है वरना we know he can bowl up to 150. वो खुद कहता है मैं 150 का मारता हूँ. So we'd like to see that pace as well. Oh, run out chance and of course we missed it. 141.6 kph there from Haris Rauf. तो आप भी सुन रहे हैं pressing that accelerator. थोड़ी रेस दे रहे हैं. But good to see यार हमारे पास अब 4-5 legit 140 वाले बॉलर आ गए and the likes of Mohammad Amir and Junaid Khan and these sorts will be worried about playing for Pakistan ever again if I'm quite frank कि भाई अब उनका वक्त पूरा हो गया है.
Well, see,
चैप्टर क्लोज हो रहा है.
I frankly think
वो
that
जिफ नहीं है वो जो
yeah.
दरवाजा बंद कर रहा होता है. क्या नाम है आपका? What's his name? Michael Scott. वो बाबे
Oh yeah.
वो वाला जिफ मुझे याद आ रहा है.
111 for 7.
आप
Good.
जिफ नहीं कहना प्लीज मुसाद.
I don't mind.
You know it's जिफ.
I don't mind whatever you want to call it. Pronunciation is an overrated part of language. I think we're living in an international world, whatever you want to call it. You can call it
Dekho
most
yaar.
wickets in T20s this year. Haris Rauf and Shaheen Afridi both up
And
there,
Shadab as well.
and Shadi on number 3. But I think we've also played a lot of the games.
यार उन्होंने पूरे आईपीएल भी तो खेला है. राशिद खान ने वो
True.
तो हर लीग में होता है मनूस. दुनिया की कोई लीग नहीं छोड़ी उसने.
That's a fair
He's
point.
really raking in that cash.
Yeah.
Cash money.
128, 126, 122. The comments coming in. Oh, good delivery, straightening up.
142.8. Good speed and good line.
Taimur has dropped a
and
comment
accuracy.
saying 2013 हारे थे, but I'm not sure what he's referring to. It might be a previous
2013 में
conversation.
टेस्ट वो कह रहा होगा बांग्लादेश के खिलाफ हमारे थे. आई गेस हारे होंगे. यार एक तो 2013 में मे बी
Well, I would have remembered that.
हाँ नहीं हम जिम्बाब्वे से टेस्ट हारे थे. इनसे बांग्लादेश से तो नहीं हारे थे. इनसे तो डेफिनेटली हम हारे थे.
Yeah, that I remember.
We should have lost that series. यूनुस खान ने डबल 100 मारा था. That was an unbelievable innings on a seaming wicket.
Haris
वो सीरीज भी हम हार जाते.
Going to continue here playing at a point, coming through for a dangerous single, and it should have been a run out, but it wasn't. And now they're coming back for 2.
Logic, यार, that's poor.
This is ridiculous from
Main
Pakistan.
power from Pakistan. आपको पता है यार बैकअप नहीं है तो आप क्यों थ्रो लगा रहे हो? 114 for 7 about 2
So,
overs. 17.4.
It increasingly is looking like that Pakistan will win this series 3-0.
Yeah.
Do you think that people will forget about Misbah's one-day failure?
यार एक मैच कोई बात नहीं यार क्या बड़ी बात है.
So you're not sacking him in the morning?
नहीं यार अब फायदा नहीं है. अब वो प्रोग्रेस कर रहा है थोड़ी बहुत. I don't think.
Outside edge, it'll fly down a third man, and for 4 more.
यार ये फील्डिंग क्या हो
Another
रही है
poor
यार?
fielding effort. And
Hasnain.
it's Hasnain now. And,
Fast bowlers union, there is no such thing. वो एक दूसरे को बैक ही नहीं कर रहे फील्ड में.
and Hassan's been good in the field today. That's his first mistake. But a vital one. This score now.
ये ना आउटफील्ड भी साफ नहीं है ना मसला ये.
देखिए अब ये अब बुरा नहीं मनाइएगा.
हाँ.
देखिए हामिद बात ये है. देखिए हामिद बात ये है कि ये जो 100 का स्कोर था ना अभी उन्होंने 130 140 तक ले गए.
यार वो कहते तो हम हैं बट यार दूसरी टीम भी खेल रहे हैं.
हाँ तो खेलें. आप रनजे खुद दे रहे हैं.
डोनाल्ड साहब मार रहे हैं 25 of 20. अब क्या कह सकते हो?
108 making Zimbabwe great again. Zaga making Zimbabwe great again. And Donald Tirapano.
कहाँ से उसने बॉल निकाली और 2 रन मिल गए यार. अनबिलीवेबल स्टफ. छोटे से ग्राउंड में वो भी पिंडी के. Haris Rauf looking a bit flustered and he's gone for some tap. 1 for 36 in his 3 overs. But
120 comes up. What a beautiful shot of this city, Rawalpindi.
एक तो ये ड्रोन कैम यार जब से इन्वेंट हुआ है, Pakistanis are obsessed with
it. Every single video. But I have to say, even Pindi looks good on a drone.
थोड़ा सा स्मोगी लग रहा है, लेकिन आई थिंक वो थोड़ा सा बेहतर ही है.
It doesn't.
Weather ही ऐसा चल रहा है.
To be honest, like Zimbabwe. When I look at Islamabad, there's a lot of like rolling green. I don't see that in Pindi.
पिंडी थोड़ा इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड और थोड़ा सा पुराना शहर है ना.
Okay.
इस्लामाबाद तो ऑफ कोर्स हमारे अयूब खान साहब ने इन्वेंट किया था आउट ऑफ नोवेयर.
33. I don't know.
Shout out.
33 off 19. Look at this.
Shout out dictators.
वो तो देना ही पड़ता है shout out उनको, क्या था वो तो देना ही पड़ता है. 120 for 7 after 18. 33 off 19 right now the score. As this is a wild swing and it'll fall straight into the hands of third man Haris Rauf. No, Imad was seen telling the rest of the fast bowlers that's how you take a catch. And he's got his collar popping, and he's called it out. Let's see what the umpire's got to say. Masakadza is dismissed. 11 off 7. And this was I wanted to go over long on, but he got a leading edge. And yeah, it just I think it was maybe the lights that disturbed Imad just a bit, but still managed to grab it. Hassan Butt 96 saying secretly hoping Zimbabwe score as much as they can
100%.
in every match, so there is more runs to stat pad for Babar Heather and now Abdullah Shafiq. Padding up the stats, we've learned that from the noisy neighbors. एक बंदा हमें पता है जो stat pad नहीं करेगा वो है फखर जमान. वो नहीं करेगा उसको. वो बैट पैड ही कर रहा है बेचारा तब से. But Faraz, they seem to be another desi player. जद्दू तो आए हैं. Oh, very good यार. Faraz Akram. What's the history here for Faraz Akram's, Ahmed? Yeah, I know that, but like, where is he? What's the Jeddah story? So Faraz Akram, born and raised in Jeddah, beautiful port city of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, beautiful to फिर भी नहीं है.
No, it's great. The Corniche is beautiful. Yeah. The people are nice.
Hashtag Yambu.
Yambu का तो कोई मुकाबला नहीं है. 120 for 8. Yambu is a gemstone in the crown of Saudi Arabia.
तुम साथ ही थैनोस का बनाता.
128 for 8 after 18.1.
क्या कहते थे वो क्या स्टोन थे वो?
The goblet. There was a goblet.
वो stones का क्या नाम था?
Infinity stones.
Infinity stone.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
It's all happening. वो एहसन रज़ा का पोज आप देखें भाई, वो तैयार थे रन आउट देने के लिए अगर हम कर लेते.
वैसे उसको ही पता होना चाहिए कि हम नहीं करते रन आउट. That would have been.
अब आप सोचो वर्ल्ड कप के प्रेशर में रॉय और बटलर ने कैसे एग्जीक्यूट किया था और हम जिम्बाब्वे के खिलाफ अपने ग्राउंड में ऐसे एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर सकते.
ये कहां से मिस किया वैसे इसने.
देखो यार
121.
ये हमारे कौमी हीरो हैं यार.
It's a little bit of shithousery from Mohammad Hasnain. We'll allow it. Down the track, inside edge, and it falls to square leg where Mohammad Rizwan just doing running for the sake of it at this point.
Oh, is there a run out? Fakhar Zaman, has he executed it? I think so. He's heading back. DT, he's done. Joe Biden has caught him. Zimbabwe has been run out, and they might even be in danger of getting all out. But a handy cameo there from Donald Thiripano. 27, good fielding there. Imad was seeing all over the field.
Let's see if he's got enough electoral college.
By the barest of margins.
No, he hasn't. He's got to have to go. Nevada has voted against him. He's going to be out. And Khushdil should get a chance at one down today. Ansari हम कह रहे हैं यार बाबर ने स्टैट बैटिंग करनी है. ऐसी बात.
मैं कहता हूँ अब्दुल्ला खुशदिल सबको ऊपर भेजो.
सबको जो ओपनर भेज दो. Donald Serrapano 28 off 22. The
good cameo there.
Yeah, that's probably the innings of Zimbabwe's batting.
अभी भी 9 बॉलें हैं यार. 135-40 तक घसीट सकते हैं अगर एक दो चौके निकल जाएं. फराज भाई वाया जद्दा अगर कुछ कर लें. Mohammad Hasnain among the wickets.
Have you been to Saudi Arabia?
हाँ 2 दफा उम्रा करने गया.
Okay, shout out to Makkah.
Shout out Islam. Alhamdulillah.
Oh my God, 120.
I will smash your boy.
122 for 9 after 18.3. Shout out to the Islams.
और blessing Muza Rabbani now on to bat. Finally, विकेटें तो बहुत ढेर सारी ली हैं. He's probably been the standout performer for Zimbabwe in this series. And nice cover drive there. Lazy elegance.
2 दफा उम्रा करके आए हैं.
जी.
आपको कोई मतलब you probably had some divine intervention. उसके बावजूद आप लाहौर क्लिंदर्स के फैन हैं.
यार, you can say that was the divine intervention.
122.
साहब वो interview यार. What a legend.
Oh, beautiful inside edge from Musa Rabani. Didn't know anything about that.
The French cat.
It'll get 4 for a defined leg. That it really doesn't matter how they get them. Zimbabwe, they're moved on to 126 as Mohammad Rizwan will look
भाई
away.
ये
in
एरी फेरी
disgust.
स्कोर अगर बाबर आजम आउट हो गया तो वक्त पड़ जाएगा
मजा आ
आपको
जाएगा।
हफीज भी नहीं है हैदर भी यंग है अब्दुल्ला भी यंग है फखर जमान मेंटली यंग है कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई
Zaid Mirza saying stop the count. That's what Fakhr says when the score goes up when he's batting.
हद हो गई है यार
And Ramiz Hassan is
सीटी
saying
17 हीरो है यार ऐसे तो ना कहें।
कौमी hero नहीं है CT17 hero. As Hassan will continue a beautiful delivery that just barely misses leg stump.
इतनी खूबसूरत स्विंग थी उतना ही बड़ा बीट हुआ है 144.2 kph from
Ramiz Hassan
Mohammad
saying
Islam.
shout out to Islam and shout out to Blessings.
Oh yes indeed
They're both somewhere around the cricket pitch right now. 19 overs gone, 126.
I guess फराज भाई स्पिनर ही होंगे from the looks of it looks to be a skinny type of tall bowler spin bowler might even be a fast bowler Pakistani तो है after all right arm medium in fact so Haris Rauf last over gone for almost 12 runs per over 1 for 36 so he'll be quite unhappy with his effort but अगर इधर all out कर दे तो he'll probably feel a bit better about himself अगर 9 रन निकाल लें जिम्बाब्वे कहीं ना कहीं से एक दो एज इधर उधर उड़ जाए I think that'll be a decentish score for Pakistan make a game out of it this has been punched to covers for a single so getting blessing on strike is Faraz bhai तो अब ये हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि न्यूजीलैंड टूर आने वाला है बहुत बड़ा टूर है 2 टेस्ट हैं 3 T20 हैं पाकिस्तान टीम विल फैंसी themselves एंड ऑनेस्टली दे शुड फैंसी themselves इन द टेस्ट एज वेल यार क्यों नहीं जीत सकते आप 100% जीत सकते हो हमारी फास्ट बॉलिंग तो है अब ये सोचना है कि भई हमने स्पिन खिलाना है या राना फ़हीम को खिलाना है या आमिर यमीन को चांस देना है plenty of considerations there for the test series which I do feel Pakistan do have a chance
At least one test match.
यार 100% यार क्यों नहीं
Good Yorker
Slower
from
ball.
Haris Rauf. Slow Yorker from Haris Rauf. 127 for 9. All right, Khwaja.
जी
I asked Emma Jr. this earlier. I'm going to ask you now.
हाँ जी
Who is going to win the PSL 5?
यार आप मुझसे पूछ रहे हैं
Take off your Lahore Qalandars hat.
यार देखो इम्पोस्टर है यार ऑनेस्टली आई फील यार देखें जल्मी they've been a bit strengthened with Saqib and Faf du Plessis of course Tom Benton was a complete flop in PSL so they have strengthened big time Lahore is missing Chris Lynn but we got Tamim Iqbal he's a decent player
Right.
we've got all our big guns Ben Dunk Haris Rauf अच्छी form में Shaheen Shah Afridi is in the bowling form is his life Karachi Kings is missing Chris Jordan but they've got a good addition in Rutherford लेकिन Alex Hales आया हुआ है Amir has a point to prove he's been working hard in the NCA with Mohammad Yusuf Multan has lost some big guns Moeen Ali नहीं आए उनके लिए but they have Imran Tahir Shahid Afridi थोड़े से रस्टी होंगे काफ़ी देर बाद क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं I honestly genuinely feel कि लाहौर कलंदर्स का बहुत strong chance है to beat Zalmi and of course go all the way in the final honestly
Okay, fair enough. So you're back in Lahore.
yeah I'm back in Lahore I think लाहौर या कराची होंगे मुल्तान और जल्मी they've lost something Hassan Ali भी injured हैं so they're gonna miss him as well Saqib is a decent bowler but he does get smashed हमने देखा था in that series against Pakistan so I do feel that because we have retained our core players and Tamim is okay हम ओपनर में इतना मसला नहीं सोहेल अख्तर ओपनिंग कर सकता है या of course फ़खर ज़मान भी है I think we'll be fine I think we have a very good chance and we have those streaky players जो one-handed कर देते one-sided कर देते हैं मैच
The Ben Dunks.
Yes,
So
Ben
to
Dunn,
speak-
Samit
so to speak.
Patel, Shaheen Shah Afridi.
19.4 and Samit Patel very active on Twitter about Lahore's PSL
he
chances right now.
हमारे जो लकी चांद थे अब्दुल अहद छोटे बच्चे जो हैं who became viral
I call him the special one.
he literally changed our fortunes yaar. He literally did it
Meanwhile, Haris Rauf has been who started off very poorly in this spell. He's having a great last over, very economical. Just a single off it so far.
last ball of the innings 129 for 9 छिक्का मार दो blessing भाई
और वही मेरा 130 वाला स्कोर पक्का हो गया.
indeed but basically the last day of the series it's been a good series good to see Pakistan back in action at home
Yep.
and we need to recognize this Pakistan is the only second international venue where international cricket has been played so PCB full shout out to them did an excellent job
Swing and a miss. That will be the innings for Zimbabwe. 20 overs gone. They only manage 129. Should be a very comfortable chase for Pakistan. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the next 20. Babar Azam and Fakhr Forehead Zaman to open the innings for Pakistan. Until then, hang in there.
Big surprise, Abdullah Shafiq, the debutant, has come out to open with Fakhar Zaman. So the captain Babar Azam taking a backseat. Pakistan chasing a very small score of about 129, 130. Fakhar Zaman के लिए काफ़ी ज़रूरी इनिंग्स है कि भाई कुछ स्कोर करें. And blessing Musa Rabbani is of course the outstanding new ball bowler for Zimbabwe. First ball just hit straight to mid on for no run. So Abdullah Shafiq ke liye bahut proud moment, very special moment for him to be making his debut so quickly for Pakistan. Good ball on a length and a quick single taken by Fakhar Zaman, almost run out, and he's missed a run out at the non-striker's end. Could have been close. It was Craig Irvine, I believe, who was coming in. Kafi nervous single tha, but I think he was through in the end. Could have been a bit close. Let's take a look at the side angle. Nahi pahunch gaya tha, iski baat nahi hai. No alarms, but Abdullah Shafiq, big moment for him. Kafi talented और काफ़ी उभरते सितारे हैं. Another young batsman making waves in Pakistan. A very good sign that after Babar Azam there has become a steady culture of young batsmen coming through for the Pakistan team. It's time the likes of Azhar Ali, Asad Shafiq, Mohammad Hafiz, Shoaib Malik, these guys said adieu to the international stage and give some young guns a chance to prove themselves at the top level. Abdullah Shafiq first ball. Oh, good ball. A rip snorter from Musa Rabbani just goes past the outside edge. Good bounce. But Abdullah would fish tashed it, but thankfully बल्ला नहीं लगा और एज नहीं लगा. अंसारियाँ पूछ रहे एनी अपडेट ऑन अजहर अली गेटिंग फायर्ड. वो तो खुद कह रहा है मुझे तो कोई खबर नहीं है, और पीसीबी ने भी कोट अनकोट ऑफिशियली कह रही है कि इट्स नॉनसेंस. बट मुझे लग रहा है इज़ अंडर प्रेशर और काफ़ी सीरियस डिलिब्रेशंस चल रही हैं कि अजहर अली को रिप्लेस किया जाए विद बाबर आजम. एंड आई डू फील इट्स अ बिट हार्श कि बाबर आजम को अब इतने मुश्किल ओवरसीज़ टूर पे टेस्ट कप्तानी दो. This has been cut away past point, and Abdullah Shafiq is off the mark in international cricket. A huge sigh of relief for him. Looks a steady player, looks a relaxed player. Technically अच्छे हैं, और हमने देखा था national T20 he burst onto the scene with a brilliant match-winning century right in his first game. And आप देख रहे हैं Mohammad Hafiz, his teammate giving him
You finally get
cap.
You finally get an international cap, and Mohammad Hafiz has to give it to you.
यार Mohammad Hafiz भी यार
Qawmi hero
ऐसे
है?
तो ना कहें.
Qawmi hero है?
Hero, semi-hero, I wouldn't say all the way, but we do remember that 50 he made in the CT17 final that put Pakistan over the edge. Another quick single bunted down to
Put
the
India
long.
over the edge.
Oh yes, we're living on the edge. But Pakistan free from no loss after 0.5. Both batsmen off the mark. Fakhar on 2. Musa Rabbani bowling a good steady line and length, back over length. Kuch bhi front foot pe nahi de rahe, challenging the Pakistan batsman on the back foot. So that seems to be a good plan कि भाई इनसे horizontal bat shots खिलाओ. Maybe they'll get a top edge or a leading edge and hit it straight up. But Pindi ground पे it can go for 6 as well. So Abdullah Shafiq facing his third ball. Flicked away on the leg side, and that is going to be 4. Fine leg in the circle. Beautiful कलाइयों का उपयोग Abdullah Shafiq. Wow, what a start to international cricket. Beautiful, elegant flick off the wrist, off the pads, and it's raced away for 4. So confident start for the young buck. और यार ये बहुत ज़बरदस्त साइन है कि फाइनली वी कैन से कि भाई ऐसे प्लेयर आ रहे हैं
दलेर
जो T20 equipped हैं, जो ऑर्थोडॉक्स स्ट्रेट बैट शॉट्स खेलते, टुल्ले नहीं हैं.
Let me ask you this, Khwaja. Zimbabwe versus Central Punjab, who would win?
यार ऐसे तो ना कहें यार, जिम्बाब्वे ने हमारी पाकिस्तान टीम को हरा दिया था, तो सेंट्रल क्या चीज़ है यार.
So they would beat Central Punjab?
I think it would be a very competitive match, और Zimbabwe definitely 70-30 चांस तो है कि जीत जाए यार.
Would they be able to beat KPK?
हाँ हरा दे. शाहीन शाह अफरीदी थोड़ा
Shaheen Shah,
प्रॉब्लम.
Wahab Riaz.
वहाब रियाज भी, हफीज़ भी है, मलिक भी है, इफ्तिखार भी है. So they have a very stacked side with Rizwan. And yes, he was picked by Multan Sultans. In fact, I believe he was in their squad.
Abdullah Shafiq, that is.
I have to credit their scouting. This has been tucked away to fine leg for maybe 2. Look at that, the big unit, Elton John Chikambura, still scampering along even in his final game. Looks quite relaxed, has a big smile on his face. We'll of course remember his services to Zimbabwe in international cricket. A long-time veteran of the international stage. And Faris Nadeem कह रहे हैं सऊद शकील को सेलेक्ट करने का टाइम आ गया है. Need to hard against short pitch bowling, but will take that for those languid drives to offside, so good, absolutely right.
Yeah. Some news coming
Played
in
a
from
brilliant
the
174 just yesterday. Played a fabulous innings for Sindh.
Saad, right?
Saud Shakil.
Saud Shakil, yes. Some news coming in from the Multan Sultans camp, actually. Joe Denley is going to be...
That's a good signing.
Joe Denley and Brendan Taylor. Both
BT?
are both going to be joining
अच्छी
them.
बात है यार.
So I don't think BT is going anywhere.
From one COVID bubble to another. That's a good sign. Oh, big in swinger. How was that? But not given. Slightly perhaps sliding down leg. That was a good in swinger into the pads from Donald Trump Tiripano. और फखर जमान हमने देखा पैड पे फंसते हैं एंड काफ़ी लेजी शॉट थी टू बी क्वाइट ऑनेस्ट थोड़ी सी और सीधी होती तो क्लीन बोल्ड होना
Kind of sums up Fakhar Zaman though, right? He's just a lazy man. He seems very casual about his international cricket, which honestly so many people work incredibly hard to get here. To take this for granted is a criminal offense, I think, as he tries to clip this
और
off the
स्पेशली जब
pads.
इतने यंग बैट्समैन आ रहे हैं और वो भी टॉप ऑर्डर के प्लेयर्स हैं और आपको हर मैच में यू आर चैलेंज्ड फॉर योर पोजीशन इन द साइड और सिर्फ अब्दुल्ला और हैदर नहीं है गाइज लाइक सऊद शकील जैसे फारिस ने नाम लिया इमरान भट्ट भी हैं जो बलूचिस्तान के लिए बहुत ज़बरदस्त परफॉर्म करें वो द टॉप रन गेटर लास्ट ईयर इन कायद आज़म ट्रॉफी ही इज़ ओनली 24 ही लुक्स अ वेरी ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एंड जेन्युइन लेजिट मिडल ऑर्डर टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन उसको भी मौका मिलना चाहिए टेस्ट क्रिकेट में the writing is on the wall for the likes of Asad Shafiq and Azhar Ali ke bhai your time is
For sure.
coming to a close.
And naturally that should happen because we do need new batsmen as this is driven back
100%.
to Tiripano for no run.
Do you think Fakhar has regressed over time rather than improving? Most definitely. जिस तरीके से 2017-18 में वो खेल रहे थे we saw he's been struggling big time and completely flopped at the World Cup. There's no other way to describe it. So him still being in the T2011 is quite it just shows कि भाई उस वक्त हमारे पास basically options नहीं थे उसको replace करने के लिए लेकिन अब अब्दुल्ला आ रहे हैं हैदर आ रहे हैं और भी लड़के हैं रोयल नज़ीर भी परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे वो भी ऊपर खेल सकते हैं और शकील खान का भी कम बैक हो गया है डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट में सो फ़खर ज़मान विल डेफिनेटली बी वरिंग अबाउट हिज स्पॉट in the Pakistan squad.
9 for no loss after 1.5. This is clipped to mid-wicket for no run. 2 overs gone. Pakistan with a pretty circumspect start. Just 9 for no loss. Fakhar 4 off 9.
Found out. Good point by Prof Chimi. Found out भी हुए हैं कि हमने देख लिया अभी is limited around his pads. जब आप बॉल थोड़ी सी मिडल और ऑफ पे कराओ तो वो फंसता है. When you don't pull it outside off and he can't throw his arms and his hands at the ball, then he struggles to score runs. And of course he has वो slogging tendency तो उसमें है ही to play across the line. Those
Slogging.
heaves which look quite ugly, quite agricultural, as Ramiz Bhai likes to say. But steady over there from Tiripano as well. Musa Rabbani gave away 7, Tiripano only 2. He's back on to bowl, 9 for no loss after 2. Abdullah Shafiq on strike. Will be facing Mr. Blessing. Short ball into the ribs but just tucked away. Probably a leg by. तो उसको चैलेंज कर रहे हैं वो शॉर्ट बॉल के साथ सो आई थिंक थोड़ी सी प्रिपरेशन करके आए हैं जिम्बाब्वे थोड़ी फुटेज देख के आए हैं बट लुक एट दैट फखर ज़मान अजीब सा नॉट पैर तो उनके पहले ही नहीं चलते समटाइम्स ही इज़ डकिंग समटाइम्स ही इज़ क्राउचिंग समटाइम्स ही इज़ स्टैंडिंग अपराइट सो ही इज़ जस्ट टेक्निकली ऑल ओवर द प्लेस राइट नाउ टू बी क्वाइट फ्रैंक और डोमेस्टिक में तो आप ठीक है बड़े बड़े रन्स कर रहे हो लेकिन इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में आपको पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है सीम्स टू बी अ बिट ऑफ अ मेंटल ब्लॉक फॉर हिम करंटली that's built of lacking a bit of self-belief. This is another backward length ball, nicely played defensively off the back foot by Fakhar Zaman for a dot ball. So he has an opportunity to take some time today. सुकून से खेलो. Basically थोड़ा सा selfish भी खेल सकते हो. Even if you make 40 or 40 चलेगा. So run rate सिर्फ 6.5, 7 का भी नहीं है तो आप थोड़ा सा कोप कर सकते हो. थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स होकर खेल सकते हो. सीरीज़ भी डिसाइड हो चुकी है. थोड़ा सा आप अपने लिए खेल सकते हो for your time in the middle. But he definitely needs to make some runs वरना बहुत ज़्यादा अंडर द स्कैनर आ जाएंगे कि भाई क्या कर रहे हैं हम इसके साथ और रूमर्स भी चल रहे हैं कि आज़म खान की सिलेक्शन इज़ इमिनेंट so you never know what is around the corner in Pakistan cricket.
Oh, shot. That is cut away. Gets on top of it as Fakhar Zaman. That's something that he's very good at. We've seen it in his career time and time again. And it'll beat point and it'll go for a much needed boundary. Pakistan 14 for no loss after 2.3. I'd like to see Abdullah Shafiq be himself today, AZ. I want him to express himself with the bat and just go at this total. It's not a big one by any stretch of the imagination.
Good shot there from Fakhar Zaman. A bit short, a bit wide, and he put it away past point. That's his bread and butter zone. उधर अटैक जब करते हैं तो ही लुक्स गुड एंड ही डज गेट अ लॉट ऑफ रन्स देयर. एब्सोल्युटली राइट यार, अब्दुल्ला भी अपनी गेम खेलें, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं, प्रेशर लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. एंड ही डज सीम दैट काइंड ऑफ गाय कि वो इतना प्रेशर नहीं लेता. ही नोज हिज गेम एंड ड्रॉप्ड. Fakhr Zaman has gotten a life, and it's the captain Chibaba who has grasped a straightforward catch and slip. And Bichare blessing Musa Rabbani has lost out to a wicket. Genuine edge, straight to him, easy catch, a bit high on the chest area, and he's grasped it. And Chibaba, he'll be very, very disappointed. And Fakhr Zaman once again looking clueless out there in the middle. इतनी अच्छी बॉल थी यार, बस खड़ा रहता तो वो कैच ले लेता, but he was falling over. And poor blessing, no blessings there. And the captain, he's had a wretched tour for Zimbabwe. He'll be disappointed.
You can't do that. You really can't. If you're playing against a team like Pakistan, that'll give you very few chances with their batting, considering you've got Heather, Babar, and Hafiz amongst those the typical lineup. Even though Hafiz isn't playing today, you drop one of their opening batsmen, they're going to cash in. And maybe this is the kind of luck that Fakhr needs, because he has scored before. It's not that he's completely out of this game. He knows how to play quick enough, strong enough on both sides of the wicket.
Bilkul.
It's just that I feel like it's rather a lack of application.
At least give yourself an opportunity.
Exactly. Musa Rabbani here. Beautiful delivery, and he's been one of the key bowlers, or if not the key bowler,
Bilkul.
for Zimbabwe. They did win that one-day international, the third one the other night, and it was because of this man. He bowled an exceptional super over.
Bowling कराई थी. And he's looked a class apart. He's looked like a professional bowler, bowling good steady pace, swings the ball, moves the ball, uses the conditions really well, and he's deserved his wickets on this tour. Prof Jimmy, can I still feel like there's no way we should be selecting Azam Khan in his current state? What would you say, Musad Afzal?
I mean, you know my stance on this. I was very clear with you, and I said it on Twitter the other night as well. You either have to, first of all, the prerequisite for any cricketer in the world right now is that you should be athlete level fit. 100%. And I think Mickey Arthur did set those benchmarks in terms of the beep test numbers and the amount of strength you should have, etc., etc. So first of all, you should be fit. But then there's then there's a question when teams have openings and gaps and clear need for resources like yourself, and you're not fit. And then you say, well, okay, he can't run, or he can't take a catch, or he can't inflict a run out, or he's not the best outfielder, but he can do what we need him to do.
और मेन बात ये है कि उसकी फिटनेस इश्यूज PSL 4 में पॉइंट आउट हुए थे.
Exactly. The second,
2 साल हो गए हैं उस बात को यार.
Yeah, and the problem that I see with him and even Sharjeel Khan is that they both have had 2 to 3 years to work on themselves, and frankly, with Azam Khan, at least there's visible progress. With Sharjeel, there's no visible progress, and it's frustrating because Sharjeel had 2 years of no cricket, and he could have spent every day of those 2 years working towards his comeback, and frankly, he would have been comfortably contesting for Fakhr's spot right now. The one thing that's holding him back, because we saw him against that in that T20 World Cup game against New Zealand, that was a good bowling attack he was taking to the cleaners. He kept Pakistan in that game, I remember. And so he's definitely a batsman that could question Fakhr's place.
मुझे तो लग रहा है शर्जील by default वापस आ जाएगा. कुछ दिनों के आजमाया हुआ है कभी हमें.
Which would be very unfortunate, to be honest, because I think when you're playing somebody like Sharjeel or even Azam right now, I think Azam will get fit eventually. But I think when you're playing someone like Sharjeel in this squad, it's a bit of a failure, a surrender to his lack of fitness. You don't want to surrender to this kind of behavior.
You are not rewarding good behavior.
Exactly. And again, simply put, you have to be either an exceptional cricketer, which Sharjeel and Azam are not,
बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
or you have to be supremely fit.
सही बात है.
You have to be one or the other, and they're not either.
Good ball there from Faraz, getting that ball to jag off the wicket. अच्छे बॉल करा रहे हैं यार, अच्छे पिचअप बॉलर हैं. तो फराज भाई via Jeddah is bowling really well. He's hitting the seam. Bit of a leg cutter there, and Abdullah had no answer to that one. Beautiful delivery. फारिस कह रहे हैं Abdullah should look to score 50 or 40 balls, just get the feel. आप सही कह रहे हो. No hurry, just take your time. पूरे 120 balls की हैं आपके पास to get the score, so just relax. But good bowling here from Faraz.
Down the leg side, that'll be wide.
नजर लग गई हमारी साथी उसको.
The one thing I'd say, I'll say about Pakistan so far is that this innings hasn't been as quick as it was with Babar at the forefront, and that's something that you're gonna. I know they're only chasing 130, so it's probably not at the forefront of their mind, but you don't want to be batting at 80 or 90 or even 100 in T20 cricket.
लेकिन फारिस कह रहे हैं ऐसा ना करो, boy has lost weight, he has what nobody else offers, should be given confidence, call him into NCA, work on him.
Are you speaking on about Azam Khan?
Azam?
I agree, and this is a debate that AZ and I have. I think that obviously, first of all, and by the way, AZ, when you weren't here in the second T20, we were having this conversation quite candidly about transformations in the gym and weight loss and fat loss. First of all, weight loss and fat loss are two very different things. Azam seems to be, because I've seen his bench press and I've seen his deadlift, he's actually a very strong man. A very, very strong man. So he definitely has a lot of muscle in that large frame of his. So fat loss for him will probably be a slower
यार
journey.
मजे की बात है, उसका frame भी large नहीं है, he's short, he's not tall.
No, but he's quite wide.
He's stocky. हाँ.
Yeah, he is quite wide, and those bench press numbers, you don't get them if you're not wide enough. Those are some serious numbers he was benching. He was benching 2 plates. That's a lot. 3.4 overs gone, 18 for no loss. That's going to go straight to short fine leg. What I'm trying to say is that obviously the fat loss journey for an endomorph will usually be a little slower than an ecto or a meso. So for Azam, we need to stay persistent. Don't corner him or shut him out, and maybe give him the.
लेकिन आप उसको बोलो कि भाई तुमने फिट होना है, उससे पहले तुम सेलेक्ट नहीं हो गए.
Yes.
You draw a line in the sand कि तुमने ये क्रॉस करना है, ये
That I completely agree with. That I completely agree with. You have to hit these beep
और अभी
tests.
PSL 3 महीने दूर है. You have ample time.
And frankly, it's not even. Frankly, the look of it is actually secondary. You should be able to hit beep test numbers. Because there's people out there that look fit and cannot make those numbers,
बिल्कुल.
which is still not good enough.
100%.
Cardiovascular health is not always portrayed in your physicality. 19 for no loss after 4 overs. It's a good start for Zimbabwe.
अच्छा over कराया.
They haven't picked up any wickets, but they've kept the Pakistanis quite quiet.
वैसे प्रॉफ जिम कह रहे हैं, is he even that impressive though as a batsman?
See, against the comparison canvas, he is.
I think जो हमें चाहिए कि एक नंबर 5 पे big hitter हो, he really suits that. He would slot into our T20 team quite well.
Well, again, you have to. The only thing you can benchmark him against is his colleagues and amongst the people that he plays around
हारिस
with.
सोहेल और
He's better.
रिजवान और इफ्तिखार से काम नहीं हो रहा.
He's simply better. He just is. As a batsman, he is better. If I was creating a,
And that is the frustration कि शदाब जब से as a batsman quote unquote आए हैं, हम उनको टेस्ट नहीं कर पाए सीरीज में उनकी बैटिंग
yeah,
देख के.
fair enough, true. I think New Zealand will be a bit of a change to that. I think with their bowling.
और फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग, चलो इंग्लैंड में तो हफीज़ी इतना ज़्यादा स्कोर कर गया, हमें मौका ही नहीं मिला देखने के लिए. हैदर भी स्कोर कर गया, बट पाकिस्तान द थिंक टैंक हैजंट एक्टिवली लुक्ड टू यूज शदाब, यू नो. बार-बार इफ्तिखार, खुशदिल, उससे ऊपर एक पक्का बैट्समैन खिला ही रहे हैं.
नहीं, हाँ, सही बात है. And credit to Islamabad that played him at 4, I think 4 and 5 in the PSL 4. And they did not have a good PSL 4 Islamabad. PSL 5 Islamabad, but
So he made
exactly. He was.
बेली विकेट ही तोड़ दी.
I think it's hit the camera.
नुकसान हो गया पीसीबी का.
I think it's hit the camera.
Yes indeed. I think थोड़ी सी लैकर भी तो.
Who's the sponsor on there?
Don Foods.
Don Foods. Is Don Foods the same as Don Newspaper?
I believe so.
In the air, that's a big hit from Abdullah Shafiq. It might not have connected, but it beats the inner circle and Sikandar Raza. I don't think that's Sikandar Raza. I think it's Faraz
भाई होंगे फराज.
doing the running.
नहीं, वो है Craig Burrell and Faraz भाई.
Yeah. Joining forces.
Faris Nadeem कह रहे हैं, I'll give you one more name, Mohammad Haris from KPK. He can be a what a modern day wicket keeper looks like. हाँ, मैंने देखा था national T20. He played a good innings as well. And Qasim Akram भी है Central Punjabi. He's a bit of a Hafiz reboot. ये भी दो promising.
Do we need a Hafiz reboot? It's like the Terminator 2 films. Horrible. Down the leg side,
What a
flipped away
shot.
from Abdullah Shafiq. Good looking shot that. Made a deep mid
He
wicket.
does look an elegant player.
Still hasn't gotten a boundary though. This is a bit of a pet peeve
हाँ,
of
मेरा
mine.
भी पहला ये thought था कि यार ये थोड़ा सा middle order player लगता है.
Yeah.
Not those, you know,
And
hard hitting opener.
And I would say middle order in one day cricket, not in T20. Babar Azam, openers in T20 internationals. He is well ahead of the game for Pakistan.
देखो यार.
Look at that. Everybody, if you combine everybody's average on that list, it doesn't add
हर
up to
दूसरे
Babar.
मैच में इसकी 50 इतना ऑटोमेटिक है बाबर आजम यार.
भाई वो 5 नाम है ना लिस्ट पे, उन 4 को ऐड करो तो बाबर का एवरेज नहीं बनता. 23 for no loss after 4.3.
Of course, he's had 2 back-to-back seasons of 1,000 runs in T20.
Yeah.
So he's absolutely the gun T20 player in the world.
What a shot that is from Fakhar Zaman. Clears the front leg, goes over long on for 6, and he can do that at will. It just doesn't do it enough. That's a beautiful shot for 6 from Tirupano.
Beautiful shot and beautiful execution as well. Got to the pitch of the ball, recognized the length and plonked it over long on for a big six. Beautiful shot there from Fakhar Zaman.
Hassan Butt is throwing a spanner in the mix. Quite a prolific comment here saying, why is Shadab Khan still relevant in Pakistan cricket when Iftikhar in the second ODI clearly proved to be a younger, better looking version of him? So he's clearly taking the piss here, is Hassan Butt.
But Sabi, yeah.
He'll follow up with an audacious wide will to Rapana. That is unacceptable.
और शदाब को सीरीज़ में यार काफ़ी एक झटका एक हो सकता था कि हमारे पास स्पिनर नहीं है, बट थैंकफुली हमारी फास्ट बॉलिंग ने वो गैप कवर कर दिया था with guys like Hasnain and Shaheen Shafidi, of course, outstanding. I think we took 3 5-wicket hauls. It was Iftikhar, it was Hasnain, and of course Shaheen Shafidi.
Venom on the YouTube stream saying that leg spin is the new normal in T20 international cricket.
I believe it's one of my foundational theories for T20 cricket. You need to have a left-hand opener, you need to have a keeper opener, and you need to have a wrist spinner, a leg spinner in T20 cricket if you want to create a T20 winning side.
So basically, if you have Quinton de Kock, you're winning. Because he's left.
If you have Shadab, Quinton de Kock and Shaheen Shafidi, I'd back my team.
Because Quinton de Kock is left-handed.
Yep.
And a wicketkeeper. And an opener. That man is a platinum level pick.
Oh yes.
31 for no loss after 4.5. As the final ball of Tirupano's second over goes down the leg side. It might be given another wide. It is. This is turning out to be an expensive one now, with the 6 and then the extras rolling through. Shafiq won't mind this. More time for him in the middle.
Bilkul.
4.5 overs gone. 32 for no loss as Fakhar and Shafiq going along nicely.
Last ball of the 5th over coming out. Abdullah Shafiq 10 off 10, so he's going along easily. Lovely flake off the pads once again, beating fine leg. Will get another 2, not going all the way. But ये हमने देखा है कि बैलेंस बहुत अच्छा है अब्दुल्ला का. He looks very composed. He looks like he knows his game. वो कोई एक्स्ट्रा एरी फेरी शॉट्स नहीं मार रहे, प्रेशर नहीं ले रहे, अपने सुकून से अपनी लिमिटेशंस में खेल रहे हैं. And that's the kind of batsman that will do well in international cricket. International cricket में ये नहीं है कि you need to have all the shots. Nobody has more shots than Ahmed Shahzad or Umar Akmal or some of these, young guns. लेकिन वही बात है, you just need to control yourself. Shot selection is more important than shot variation in international cricket. You have 3 or 4 strong hitting zones. उसके अलावा अच्छी बॉलें आप रोके, बुरी बॉलें आप put them away. In the meantime, rotate the strike. That's all you really need to do well at this level. Full toss, bunted straight to extra cover. ये फॉर्म चल रही है फ़खर ज़मान की. 126 की फुल टॉस फराज भाई की, उसने सीधा एक्स्ट्रा कवर के मुंह पे मार दी. But Pakistan 34 for no loss after 5.1. Fakhar on 19 of 20. मतलब बॉलें भी खा रहे हैं, उसने बाउंड्रीज भी मारी हैं, but he's still playing quite slowly. But of course he is under the scanner for his selection, so it's understandable कि थोड़ा सा selfish mode में है इस वक्त. And Abdullah Shafiq just rotating strike. A good hard drive through extra cover, but there's this cover sweeper in place, so only 1 run. That's good field placing really from the Zimbabwe captain. 35 for no loss after 5.2. Going along steadily, a measly target of 130 for Pakistan.
I want Shafiq to step on the gas a little now. I want him to get going here. Paris is saying, do you guys have a thing for batsmen hitting inside out over cover shots? That shot just makes batsmen look extra special for sure.
Well, that's cricket at its best, playing that lofted shot over extra cover. That's the most difficult shot in the book. Oh! Abdullah Shafiq steps out and Faraz has almost clean bowled him. How did that miss the off stump? It just seemed away at the last moment. Bit of a leg cutter there.
Yeah, I have to say,
just ducked away. Abdullah is very lucky.
Nice change of pace. I think it was slow. I think it was a slow delivery. Yeah, it was from.
Look at that. Just missed the off bail. So unlucky, and Faraz has bowled really well here under the lights in Pindi. Only 5 runs given away in his 1.3 overs.
He's got that
really well.
He's got some Pakistani genes in him, I think.
Absolutely, यार थोड़ा सा उसका भी DNA hypercharge हो गया playing in Pindi, playing in his homeland.
Yep.
Of his ancestors.
Shafiq now a full toss and driven straight to mid-off. I was very impressed by Shafiq during the T20 National T20 Cup. I have to say I'm not impressed by him so far in this innings.
कोई बात नहीं यार, पहली नहीं है, थोड़ा उसकी eye set होने दो. He is a good player, but it does seem fairly obvious that he's more of in the Babar Azam mold, rolling shots खेलते हैं. He's not going to take too many risks, except in that ball, a couple of deliveries back. But he looks like to be an organized batsman. Look at that, now lovely flick through mid-wicket, but good fielding there by Craig Burrell. So saves a run, only a single given away. 36 for no loss after 5.5. तब भी देखा जाए तो पावर प्ले relatively decent one, अगर इधर एक चौका मार लेते हैं या छिक्का मार लेते हैं फ़खर ज़मान. So 40 runs, 36, 40 runs is more than acceptable when you're only chasing 130. It's not really a pressure game. So Faraz bowling really well here. He's looked impressive. काफ़ी Zimbabwe team के लड़के impressive.
A lot of individuals. You know, you got Sean Williams, you got what's his face?
मतलब I can easily see them beating someone like Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, Bangladesh. They can easily put it together and win that game. There is no reason that they can't do that. शायद जो टॉप 6 नेशंस हैं उनके खिलाफ स्ट्रगल करें, और पाकिस्तान भी तो हमें पता है काफ़ी स्ट्रीकी साइड है, किसी से भी हार जाते हैं. गुड यॉर्कर देयर फ्रॉम फराज and 36 for no loss after 6. I think the Seamers can be quite pleased with themselves. They've done a decent job here and kept Pakistan in check, with 2 batsmen struggling with form and of course one on debut. So that's a
Pretty good
job.
Pretty good power play for both teams, I'd say. Pakistan haven't lost a wicket, and Zimbabwe managed to keep things relatively quiet. 36 for no loss.
Noman Puchan, what do you think about Sohaib Maqsood as a number 5? So that's that's a decent shout, to be quite honest. He was in stunning form in the national T20, but I do feel जो उसका bottom hand टुल्ला style है वो international cricket में नहीं चल सकता. वो 5 के 5 अच्छे बॉलर होते हैं. He'll get figured out. And और उसको काफ़ी मौके दिए हैं, काफ़ी chances दिए हैं, काफ़ी दफ़ा comeback भी करने का मौका मिला, but he just couldn't cut it at that level. And his fitness and fielding is absolutely shocking as well. तो I think रात की बात की वाली situation होगी सोहेब भाई के साथ. But nicely cut away now. The spin has been brought to the bottom. Wellington, Masakadza, left arm spin, and a sweeper cover in place. So Shafiq doing the right thing, just giving the strike to Fakhar Zaman, and Fakhar Zaman will definitely take a chance against the slow left arm of Wellington Masakadza. Mid wicket and long on and square leg will definitely be in play here. Let's see if he hits it for 6 or will he be caught out once again, as we've seen कितनी दफ़ा Fakhar Zaman को especially PSL में उधर catch देते हुए. And I won't be surprised if he goes after him, but just tucks it away past fine leg for a single. Good fielding there by the captain. तो काफ़ी mature, शायद बस check कर रहे हैं उसको. And Wellington bhai looks a lot like Landon Simmons.
That's a good point. Yeah, I can see that resemblance.
With that goatee, and he's another one of those gun players. He's played PSL as well. And Tullah just punts it to the leg side for a dot ball. तो काफ़ी वैरायटी भी हमने देखा है जिम्बाब्वे की टीम में. दे हैव लेग स्पिनर्स, दे हैव सिकंदर bowling those Ashwin type carom balls. Oh, inside edge, tried to step out to it, but didn't time it at all. But just dribbles away to long on for a single. Abdullah looking for a big shot, looking for a boundary, but not quite finding it. But Fakhar Zaman, अब मुझे लगता है इस बॉल पे वो चांस लेंगे. Wellington coming around the wicket, steps out, big hit across the line, mid wicket, and he's caught, as I expected. As I said, he was going to be in play, and Fakhar Zaman typically throwing his wicket away. Everybody knew what was coming. Zimbabwe knew what was coming. Pakistan knew what was coming. Fakhar Zaman knew what was coming, and he still did it anyway.
Just bring out Babar Azam and finish this game. Honestly, the rest of these lads have nothing in them.
यार हैदर अली भी है यार, ऐसे तो
क्या तरीका है यार वैसे, ये आपको
बदतमीजी है ये. हैशटैग बदतमीजी, as Inzi bhai said.
And again, Khwaja, you keep saying, oh, Fakhar दलेर है या Fakhar के साथ हमें persist करना चाहिए because he gets 6s and runs. 21 off 24.
यार दलेर होने में और एक और चीज़ होने में सिर्फ लेटर आर का फ़र्क है. अब आपको पता है कि मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ. यही वाली बात होगी कि फ़खर ज़मान इस वक्त दलेर विदाउट द आर लग रहे हैं. पुअर शॉट, स्पेशली व्हेन यू आर अंडर प्रेशर. सिलेक्शन होने वाली है भाई न्यूजीलैंड की, और आप ऐसे शॉट्स खेल रहे हो भाई, बंदा क्या बोले आपको. और जैन मिर्ज़ा ने तो भाई अल्टीमेटम दे दिया. दैट शुड बी द एंड ऑफ हिज करियर. प्लीज़ नो मोर ऑफ हिम. एंड ऑनेस्टली इट्स क्वाइट हार्ड टू डिसएग्री. और मैं तो लाहौर की तरफ से सोच रहा हूँ कि यार ये हमारी प्लेटिनम पिक है. डू वी वांट हिम इन द फ्यूचर. मैं तो कहता हूँ इसको रिलीज़ करो और कोई दलेर प्लेयर उठाओ जो जाके फ्यूचर में हमें सर्व कर पाए. इफ़ आई प्रपोज टू यू अ ट्रेड बिटवीन, क्या ट्रेड लोगे अगर हम आपको फ़खर ज़मान ऑफर करें, व्हाट वुड यू बी विलिंग टू ऑफर मी. QG कुछ बताएं.
Our opening problem is not an issue for us.
आप तो शेन वॉटसन रिटायर हो गया, आपको ओपनर चाहिए.
हम ले लेंगे, किसी को ले लेंगे, हमारे पास
मैं दे रहा हूँ ना आपको, ले लो.
नहीं फखर जमान नहीं चाहिए
यार हद हो गई
He's
है.
just not consistent at
But
all.
a good sign here, Haider Ali has been sent in. So Haider Ali and Abdullah Shafiq, 19 and 20 years old, opening for Pakistan. फिर आप कहते हो कि जी हम यंगस्टर्स को चांस नहीं देते, फिर आप कहते हो मिसबा इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के लड़के ही खिलाता है. आप उसको क्रेडिट भी दें यार कि वो इतने यंग लड़कों को भेजा
यार
है.
हैदर इज नॉट अ मिसबा पिक.
यार उसकी वक्ती सिलेक्शन हुई है ना. But good drive down the ground, solid shot there from Haider. 40 for 1 after 7. Wellington gets the wicket of Fakhar Zaman as we all expected. We literally predicted it and it happened. मतलब इतना आप ज़्यादा predictable हो गए और आप अपने patterns में फंस गए हो फ़खर ज़मान. All might to see the कहने give us Haider Ali for LQ. यार जल्मी तो कभी भी नहीं देंगे. उमर शराजी कहने इसके गोडे में पानी आ गया होगा. And it does feel like Fakhar Zaman's international career is hanging on by a thread. Plenty of batting still to come. Babar, Mohammad Rizwan, Kushtil Limad और मूसा at number 8.
लाहौर में एक ही प्लेयर है जो मुझे चाहिए और उसकी आप कीमत नहीं.
वो तो कोई कीमत ही नहीं है, दुनिया में कोई कीमत नहीं है. That's like asking Messi from Barcelona.
वो तो उसकी कीमत है, अभी आप देखिए उसकी कीमत तो बन जाएगी अगले साल.
लेकिन चुका नहीं पाए वैसे आपकी मैन सिटी.
मेरी तो नहीं है मैन सिटी, और जो हालात
हमारी है अबू
the way Messi's been playing this season, it's been quite ordinary actually.
बिल्कुल.
मतलब वो जो गोट
मेसी से भी गोल नहीं हो रहे.
गोट डिबेट जो है ना खत्म हो गया मेरे लिए तो.
This is gonna go for 4 maybe. Good chase there from Faraz. Oh yes, he scored up to it. Gandhi ball down the leg.
Do you agree with that?
क्या?
The GOAT debate is over?
Who is the GOAT?
Ronaldo.
यार मैं तो पहले से ही कहता हूँ.
नहीं पहले तो काफ़ी लोग पहले कहते थे, पर पहले कॉन्वर्सेशन थी, अब कॉन्वर्सेशन नहीं है.
यार बेसिकली मेसी इज मेंटली स्विच्ड ऑफ इन दिस सीजन. वो तो कहता है भाई मैं जाना चाहता हूँ.
तो यार ये तो कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं है.
हाँ एक्सक्यूज तो नहीं है.
You don't play then. Played away to long on for a single.
Especially at the obscene wages he's making. यार उसको वो लॉयल्टी बोनस भी देते हैं, उसको सैलरी भी देते हैं, उसको ये भी देते हैं, वो भी देते हैं, पता
और भी एंडोर्समेंट्स वगैरह की बात नहीं कर रहे
हैं. और वो तब भी टैक्स नहीं देता.
और हम एंडोर्समेंट्स वगैरह की बात नहीं कर रहे.
एंडोर्समेंट तो छेड़े ही नहीं हमने अभी तक.
Flicked away, going to square leg for single. And again, you're playing for Barcelona. It's still one of the biggest clubs in the world,
100%.
whether I like it or not.
यार उनके स्क्वाड अभी भी स्टैक्ड है यार.
यार वो क्या नाम है, आंसू
De Jong है,
आंसू फैटी is
इंजर हो गया, लेकिन वो भी बहुत टैलेंटेड है. Speaking of talent, it's Haider Ali refusing a single, playing a slog across the line. Wesley has been brought on to bowl. Only 4 runs given away in his 4 deliveries. Pakistan 44 for 1. और अगर ये ज़्यादा देर चलता ना तो बाबर आजम भी थोड़े परेशान हो जाएंगे कि भाई रन चेस करना है.
मैं तुम्हें कह रहा हूँ कि
हैदर तो बहुत दिलेर प्लेयर है. वो तो
100 रन तो नहीं है,
मारेंगे.
ठीक ठाक रन से चाहिए आपको.
और रमीज़ हसन तो अच्छा खासा गर्म हुआ. जहालत की एक्सट्रीम इंतहा है इस फखर ज़मान. ब्रेन डेड प्लेयर. किक हिम आउट राइट नाउ. डोंट अलाउ हिम टू एंटर ड्रेसिंग रूम इधर. उसको कोविड बबल से ही निकाल दो. बट हार्ड टू डिसएग्री यार. अब सबको पता है कि आपकी टेंडेंसी क्या है और आपने फिर भी वही किया. बिट ऑफ रन आउट चांस है, बट नो, अब्दुल्ला इज़ वेल बिहाइंड द लाइन. तो बिल्कुल सही बात है यार. अब बंदा क्या बोले यार. आप दूसरों को ही चांस दे रहे हो जब आप ऐसे परफॉर्म नहीं करते. Oh, lovely shot there from Haider Ali. Tried to be short third man, but that big unit, Elton Chigumbura, certainly saved at least a couple, if not 3 runs there. But 45 for 1 after 8 overs. Haider 5 of 6 and Shafiq 16 of 18. He should probably try to get a bit of a move on. Now 18-20 बॉलें खेली और आपने पूरा टूर्नामेंट भी अभी पिंडी में खेल के गए. So you are very familiar with the conditions. But it looks to be a spin blitz right now from Zimbabwe, trying to get these batsmen to throw their wicket away. So थोड़ी सी maturity भी दिखानी होगी, थोड़ी execution भी आपको अच्छी तरह करनी होगी. और वेलिंगटन के खिलाफ I definitely believe कि हैदर चांस लेंगे. Especially we saw the beautiful sixes he was hitting in the last game. This time a firm drive down the ground for a single. और अब्दुल्ला शफीक थोड़े से edgy लग रहे हैं स्पिन के खिलाफ. देखना पड़ेगा हमें what will be his approach. Ramiz Hassan का comment आया, ज़रा पढ़ते हैं. Babar was the main reason in Haider's last innings. He was continuously telling him don't play useless and risky shots. बिल्कुल बाबर की guidance काफ़ी ज़रूरी होगी इन young players के लिए. Ziggy पूछ रहे हैं, I know Fakhar is horrendous, but boy oh boy, have you heard Karachi Kings PSL anthem? I think they're right up there in the cringe factor.
Yep. I think they're both going to be up there in the Karachi Kings sponsorship. Down the track, Abdullah Shafiq gets hold of this, goes over long off for 6.
असद शफीक ऐसे 6 मार सकता
यार
है.
मार सकता है, ऐसे इतना भी नहीं है, मार तो सकता है.
Just about crossing the boundary rope. Didn't look like he timed it that well, but got enough of it. Elegant shot there from Abdullah Shafiq. 77-meter hit. So it's not so bad as it looks. Thoda sa flat 6 tha, but a nice shot and a bit of pressure coming off of him as he pushes his strike rate beyond 100. Pakistan 52 for 1 after 8.3. This time takes it away to square leg. There will be a sweeper in place for just the single. So ये मैं आपको बात कर रहा था कि Abdullah Shafiq does look like he has a certain range of shots and he sticks to them. कोई extraordinary shots नहीं मारता, just plays those flicks to mid wicket down the ground, and of course that cut shot. But Heather Ali, he's got all the shots in the book. Big hit down the ground. Is he gonna be caught? No, that's gone for 6 as well. A bit of a slog, but now the Heather Ali show has begun, and Wellington is getting the taste of the fire of the Attic assassin. 59 for 1, back-to-back sixes from Pakistan in this over. And a beautiful shot, easy on the eye, bit of a slog, thoda sa bottom hand upyog, and again matching that 77-meter hit from Abdullah is Heather Ali.
Not the biggest sixes, either of them, but doesn't matter. Still getting the maximum value for your shot. Heather Ali now going to continue here off the back foot. And this is what I like to see, Khwaja. A little bit of pace in the innings, a little bit of impetus, as they like to say.
Ansari and Pucha, where is Khushtil? I think he might even come in next after these two.
He should come in next. जिस तरह आप कह रहे थे ना, बिल्कुल सही.
Babar
Send
को
all
easy
the
रहने
youngsters.
चाहिए
Yeah, yeah.
Umesh Shirazi keh rahe hain, Messi scored 2 goals in the last game, but yes, he has lost interest, especially after Luis Suarez was forced to leave. Absolutely
He was forced
right.
to leave. I didn't know that.
हाँ, उसकी wages ही इतनी थी, उनका तो भाई खुदा के वास्ते. But actually Barcelona in severe crisis. They need to shed 190 million euros from their wage bill. कुछ क्लब्स का तो पूरा वेज बिल इतना होता है, उन्होंने सिर्फ ये कट करने हैं अपने वेजेस से, just to be financially solvent. They are facing bankruptcy, in fact. Another big kick down the ground. Heather Ali, will he be caught? No, it's sailing away for 6 over mid wicket. Another bosh down the ground for a big 6 of Wesley Badavere. Heather Ali is not wasting any time at all.
Yeah, this one I think has gone at least 90 meters. That's a massive hit from Heather Ali. And that'll be 6 in most grounds in the world. And that's what I like about Heather. I think he's, 85 meters. I think he now is comfortably the best 6 hitter in Pakistan's side.
Big claim there. I'll have to think about it. I think you might not be wrong.
Exactly.
You might be absolutely right.
And I told you that Pakistan are struggling to find 6 hitters, and this man is definitely a solution to that problem.
The best thing about him is his swing and his quick hands. He really gets momentum on the ball.
You know, I know you don't like him very much, but I
Whoa.
think Hardik Pandya is a good 6 hitter. He's a good 6 hitter. And I see a little
IPL
bit...
level to बहुत ज़्यादा.
Yeah, I see a little bit of that in Heather. Quick hands, quick swing. You know, we need a little bit of that. अब इंग्लैंड में देखो यार, 1 से लेके 7 तक छक्के मारते हैं. जो रूट के अलावा वो भी मार लेता है, बट जो रूट के अलावा सारे बड़े-बड़े छक्के मारते हैं.
सही बात है.
Morgan, Butler.
Morgan तो खौफनाक छक्के मारते हैं.
They're insane. Hales, Roy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We need one of them. We're not even asking for 2. We're just one of them. Because you look at Hafiz, Babar, Khushdil, abhi to itna we don't know much about him, but there's not huge.
Khushdil की leg side पक्की है, but he needs to, you know.
Swept, and that'll be down the leg side for no run. But Heather seems like he can actually hit a long ball whenever he wants, and you need a little bit of that.
And he'll enjoy himself on the true pitches of New Zealand and those sandbox grounds. I'm really looking forward to that tour of him.
Smash down the track. That'll be 4 more. Abdullah Shafiq. No, there is long off. There is long off. And Umesh Shirazi is saying the class of 2017 is slowly fading away. Azhar Ali, Fakhr Zaman, Sarfraz, Amir Junaid are all out of favor. Imad has been ordinary. Shadab is okay. Hassan and Rahman are injured. And Fahim was never great. Only Babar has become world class.
We can say कि वो जो post 2010-11 जो generation थी, उन्होंने हमें एक title दे दिया, बस ठीक है, अब पैक करो और घर जाओ भाई. बहुत
Yeah, but that's kind of slightly incorrect because the 2017 title was not won because of them.
But they were part of it.
They were part of it.
Amir, Junaid, Sarfraz,
हाँ,
Hafiz,
इस लिहाज से
Hafiz तो चलो उनसे भी पुराना है, Malik भी, but they gave what they
player of the tournament was Hassan Ali and batsman of the tournament was Fakhr Zaman.
But you can say yes. नहीं, Azhar Ali.
मेरा Azhar Ali था, but officially
मेरा
तो
Azhar Ali था.
like officially मैं choose करूँ तो Azhar Ali था.
Pakistan first.
But actually the award was given to Fakhr, right?
For the final man of the match, yeah.
Yeah.
और अजहर अली की परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अंडररेटेड है उस टूर्नामेंट में.
बहुत अंडररेटेड है. मतलब
I think he made 450s.
आप सेमीफाइनल में देखें इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ against India, he should have gotten 100 if he wasn't run out. I think even against Sri
और
Lanka.
फाइनल में भी अग्रेशन उसने स्टार्ट किया.
Exactly. He's the one who started the Larry. 69 for 1 after 10 overs. As this is Hoik to mid wicket for a single. It's probably Pakistan's favorite shot.
It seems to be an all-out spin assault here from Zimbabwe, but they don't have the guy at this class of Usman Qadir or maybe even...
Ansari saying Hafiz and Malik are still going strong. They will peak in 3 to 5 years.
And honestly, people want them back, to be quite honest. Pulled away once again from Abdullah Shafiq. Will he hit the gap? No. Oh, misfield at mid-wicket, but only with 2 runs. But ये मुझे at least अच्छा लग रहा है कि अब्दुल्ला शफीक he is looking to keep the ball down. ठीक है, मैं इतने बड़े बड़े छिक्के नहीं मारता हैदर की तरह, उसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि मैं ट्राई करते हुए आउट हो जाऊँ जैसे फ़खर जमान हो रहे थे. And Ryan Burl bowling some leg spin as well, has a few wickets at international level, so he's not too bad. This is tucked away to mid wicket once again from Abdullah Shafiq. ये मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है कि यार थोड़े से समझदार प्लेयर हैं, वो ये नहीं करते कि जी I'm going to match you 6 for 6. I'll try to hit what is in my zone and the rest is up to you. So maybe that's not adequate for T20s, but at least he's putting a value on his wicket and he's batting the overs, already 11 overs into his innings. So he does look like he belongs. Oh, looking for a cut, but missed it there. Heather trying to do too much when the ball just wasn't there to play that shot, and beats the outside edge. Good keeping by Brendan Taylor. 73 for 1 after 10.4 at Pakistan. Heather already on 22 of just 14 deliveries. Burl coming in once again. This is the cut this time. Nailed it, but straight to point where the captain of Zimbabwe, Shibaba, makes the stop. So Burl ने थोड़ा बच बचाव तो करा लिया है, 4 रन ही दिए 5 बॉलों में, but has to be careful that Heather will go after him perhaps on this ball. Maybe go look for the 6 or maybe just push a single. No short ball, he's cut it away to the sweeper cover for a single. 74 for 1 after 11. Pakistan going along nicely past the halfway mark of the score as well as the innings. And let's look at the comments. Hassan Bhatt keh rahe hain, we'll never understand how PCB is okay with Imam and Abid opening together in ODI when Azhar Ali is far superior than both of them even on the best day. Hassan Bhatt, I don't agree with that, bro. आप इमाम का ठीक है थोड़ा स्ट्राइक रेट कम है, but his numbers speak for themselves. The guy has hundreds at the World Cup. He has 100 versus England. He has hundreds versus Sri Lanka and in South Africa as well. तो ठीक है इमाम और आबिद की पेयरिंग it doesn't make sense. I totally agree. But आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि इमाम is not a performer. और आबिद ने भी he's never let the side down.
To be honest, like
उनकी पेयरिंग ठीक नहीं है, ये obvious है.
क्यों नहीं है ठीक?
यार वो दोनों वही रोलिंग प्लेयर, can't hit over the top, can't aggress against fast bowling ना.
वनडे खेल रहे हैं आप, T20 तो नहीं खेल
यार
रहे.
वो बात ठीक है, लेकिन थोड़ा सा फायर एंड आइस कॉम्बिनेशन होना चाहिए ना यार.
अगर आपके पास फायर एंड आइस ऐसी हो ना जो आपकी बर्फ भी सही पक्की हो फिर ठीक है. फखर जमान जैसी कच्ची बर्फ नहीं चाहिए.
Well said.
That's wide.
इसलिए I think somebody like Heather Ali should be thought of as an opener in ODI.
But why?
क्यों नहीं यार?
Because Hafiz is not going to play forever.
यार he is a natural opener ना. और हारिस सोहेल भी तो हैं जो
फिर आप उसको 2020 में भी खिलाएं ओपनर.
नहीं, उसमें आप बाबर और फ़खर जो भी एक टुल्ले का कॉम्बिनेशन अच्छा बन रहा है. और यू कैन प्रॉब्लम इज द थिंग इज ही इज परफॉर्मिंग एट 3. आपके पास ओडीआई में नंबर 3 ऑफ कोर्स बाबर आजम, ही इज एब्सोल्युटली रॉक सॉलिड. T20 पे आपके पास नंबर 3
बाबर आजम इज 4 एट ऑन योर ओडीआईज.
नहीं बैटिंग तो 3 पे करते हैं ना.
राइट सही.
Oh, hard drive through extra cover from Heather Ali. That's going to be 4. Beats the cover sweeper, and once again it's Milton Shumba who has come on to bowl and is being smashed for a boundary by Heather Ali. Yeah, he just does look on another level. Is it a true superstar being born, or is it another Umar Akmal-esque false dawn, Musad Afzal? Is he the real deal?
So, because I did a lot of research on Heather Ali, I watched a lot of his interviews. He seems to have a better head on his shoulders. Also, Omar Akmal, even though he did play a lot of under-19 cricket, he wasn't always in the PCB ranks constantly. This guy has been literally living with the PCB for as long as I can see. In terms of his interviews and stuff, so he's not a spontaneous or a serendipitous find. Action taken, and it's just as we're speaking about him, Heather Ali perishes to a poor delivery. The Shumba Shooms really didn't deserve a wicket off that. It was too wide to play at, and Heather Ali, his first failure of the series. So I guess we can allow him that
low
much.
Percentage shot उन्होंने खेल दी. He's coming left arm round the wicket. It was too straight to cut. He tried to make a shot out of nowhere. Ball was coming in and bounced a bit, missed it, and a good catch by Brendan Taylor behind the stumps. So short and sweet innings there from Heather Ali. Got another 20 odd to his name, and he's disappointed. But ठीक है, थोड़ा सा इसने accelerated the ball and got the run rate where it needed to be. 27 of 20, not a bad innings, not a great innings. 1-4, 2 sixes, 79 for 2. And is it going to be the captain? Is it going to be Khushdil Shah? Who is it going to be coming out to bat? We're not quite sure just yet. But Milton Shumba, welcome to international cricket. You've got a wicket to your name, buddy. And it is Khushdil Shah. Yes, indeed. So, and very experimental batting.
You're getting the batting order you wanted, didn't
बस
you?
देख लें यार.
But 130 के टारगेट पे नहीं करेंगे तो फिर कब
हाँ,
करेंगे?
फिर कब करेंगे?
51 required off 50. A fairly simple task here for Khushdil and Shafiq. And I'd rather that they finish this in the next 4 or 5 overs.
Faris Nadeem ने एक Pandora's box खेला. Guys, I have a question. Why is Shoaib Akhtar so full of himself?
उसका response भी पढ़े ना आप response
अंसारी
पढ़े
हमने जवाब भी दे दिया.
जबरदस्त response दिया अंसारी हमने. He says because he's the only
यार
person
हर
that-
कोई बंदा politically correct और सही बात हमेशा नहीं कर सकता है.
Yeah.
I'd rather he be himself than be someone else that he is not.
And frankly, sometimes tries to be too much of himself, as in like he tries to amplify his personality. Just be normal. And
Or maybe that is his normal.
I don't think it is. It doesn't seem to be the case. Driven uppishly,
Oh!
and it just beats the man at cover. Goes for 4. Good shot from Shafiq. I think I was a
Well
bit
executed shot.
premature in terms of judging Shafiq's innings because he's coming into his own now. We forget that wearing that Pakistan star on your chest comes with a little bit of responsibility, and sometimes responsibility breeds
और
pressure.
वो बच्चा यार 20 साल का है यार.
Wait a
हम
minute,
बोल रहे
yeah.
हैं, he's
What
not
were we
25
doing at
years
20,
old.
Khwaja? Probably
Yeah,
stuff that
madam.
we can't even mention on air.
Exactly.
And Faris Nadeem is saying,
यार आप कहना क्या चाह रहे हैं मैं कोई वाहियात बगैर
मैंने कहा V. So
84 for 2 after 12 overs.
और best
Steady
response
run
जो है
rate of
ना,
7.
पहले Ziggy ने कहा है कि imagine if you wake up as Shoaib Akhtar, what would you do? And Ansari
सबसे पहले तो मैं घोड़ों का पानी निकालूंगा.
यार Ansari with a quintessentially Shabi kind of response.
यार I'm just smiling to myself thinking about what he wrote in his book. क्या क्या उसने स्टोरियां.
It's literally fiction.
fan fiction.
It's, it's as close as
मार्वल डील मिलनी चाहिए शोएब भाई को. गोडा मैन.
Yeah.
He makes streams of पानी shoot out of his godas.
Starts
my
with a
God.
dot ball here.
मैं
is-
टांगे वाले को मैंने पैसे दिए जो मैंने पहले कमाए.
यार वो छोड़ो.
क्या क्या स्टोरियां थी.
वो छोड़ो, वो तो बंदा कहता है चलो हो भी सकता है. कराची
That
में
shootout at लोखंड वाला.
like in the middle of Karachi, that's never happened. As this runs away to fine leg for 4, there's no cover there. Khushdil Shah, another.
Unlucky there, Ryan Burrell.
Yeah, it's a poor shot from Khushdil. A wild slog that gets the inside
और
edge.
लोग बोल रहे हैं खुशदिल शाह वो भी शक्ल से एजेड लगते हैं. वो 24-25 साल का लड़का है. He just
Well,
has
वो
a
तो
natural weariness.
इफ्तिखार में भी
यार वो तो अभी भी
18 साल
अंडर
के.
19 खेल सकता है. इफ्तिखार मैं कहता हूँ उसने तो कायदे आजम के साथ भी अंडर 19 खेले. इफ्तिखार ने आपको नहीं पता. But a bit of a slog, but gets 4 runs for it. And this time driven hard down the ground for a single. हमने देखा थोड़े से leg side centric हैं खुशदिल शाह. So you need to work on your offside game if you are to succeed at an international level. But वही है Pakistan a bit short on options. You're desperately looking for that number 6 hard hitter finisher, and Khushdil Shah has shown that in the national T20 he can do that role, and he can even hit hundreds from the middle order. So that's a very rare quality for anybody, let alone Pakistan cricket. This time Burrell to Abdullah Shafiq on the leg side, just tucked away to fine leg. Oh, a bit of a misfield there from Faraz. Saved a certain boundary, and in fact has saved the single too. So good job there. 89 for 2 after 12.4 as Burrell bowls to Shafiq, who's looked very composed, very relaxed at the crease. So that's a good sign. You can only improve from there. This has been bunted to point for another dot ball. थोड़े से dot balls ज़्यादा खेलने बस ठीक है. ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है यार. हर बॉल पे इतना शदीद उस पर तनकीद नहीं करनी चाहिए. बंदा ठीक खेल रहा है अपने हिसाब से और स्कोर के हिसाब से, to be quite honest. Last ball of the 13th over coming up. Burrell hopping in. Short ball cut away to the cover sweeper. Might get a 4. Yes, he does. Beautiful shot. Abdullah Shafiq just screwed it past point and the cover sweeper. Brilliant placement of the ball, and that's a classy shot and a classy boundary. Lovely. फिर आप कहते हैं यार हमारे पास player नहीं है. This guy is looking like a Muhammad Yusuf reboot tonight.
That's a bit.
Mr. Musad Afzal, 93 for 2 after 13.
I reckon that's a bit much.
I reckon.
Yeah, but no, definitely a much better innings than the way it started. He's growing into it. And I think it's going to be crucial for him to see it out. And imagine if he gets a 50 here. That'd be a nice little notch at his belt. To
Absolutely.
get a 50 on debut.
Prof Chimio और मैं शराजी दोनों कहने bruh Khushdil is just another tulla. Khushdil is a bit of a lapadu. So all the adjectives are coming out. But yes indeed I can't disagree कि Khushdil को थोड़ा सा अपनी game expand करनी पड़ेगी क्योंकि जो top level bowler वो देखेंगे भैया हर ball leg घुमा रहे हैं, they'll just ball it back of a length outside off waiting for you to play across the line और खड़ी हो जाएगी और आप cover पे catch दे दोगे straight up the chimney. Big full toss. Khushdil has smashed it for 6. Wellington Masakadza, that is a shit ball and you have been deposited over mid wicket for a big 6. Actually Mr. Shumba with a gandi ball यार ये कहाँ आप उसको low full toss दे रहे हो. ऐसी ball तो Khushdil Shah अपनी नींद में भी नहीं छोड़ेगा. And a big 6, 84-meter blast over mid wicket. And this game is going to end in a hurry if he gives more of these deliveries to Khushdil Shah. Another big hit down the ground. Khushdil Shah has launched it for another huge 6 over long on. And Pakistan are steaming towards the score now. And Khushdil Shah is getting the hammer of Thor out. 18 of 6. And Hassan Raza with a bit of a jig. What the hell was he doing there? I don't understand. But another mega 6, 89 meters, way back into Rosie of the Pindi Stadium. Beautiful shot there from Khushdil. ये इसकी zone है. इसमें आप इसको ball देंगे, he's not gonna forgive you. And this is exactly
really
the kind of innings that catches the eye.
It does, and it's gonna maybe make some sub headlines with Abdullah Shafiq leading the papers because this is.
और Prof Chimi साथ ही कहने, I always liked tullas.
Tullers of the future.
वैसे आपको याद है एक टोला चॉकलेट भी होती थी?
नहीं मुझे नहीं.
यार येलो कलर की, येलो और रेड टोला TOLA. आप गूगल करें आपको याद आ जाएगी. यैम्बू में आपने काफ़ी दबोची होंगी. डबल थी वो ट्विक्स की तरह. It was basically a discount version of Twix.
Tabola. Tabola?
टोला TOLA. आप उसका रैपर देखेंगे आपको याद आ जाएगा. आप अभी बस थोड़ा सा पोस्ट ट्रॉमेटिक स्ट्रेस में आप इस वक्त घूम रहे हैं. But we have lost the ball. New balls please. And Mr. Shumba has been smashed for 22 in just 8 deliveries.
Oh, Shooms, what are we going to do with you?
And the cameraman has just kicked the ball onto his
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing this. I don't think I've ever had it, though.
Another hard drive down the ground, just be a single to long on, probably, yes it is. So Abdullah Shafiq going along nicely, 35 of 30, Khushdil 19 of 7, only 24 needed of 39 balls. And Pakistan doing this at a canter. And Babar Azam has not contributed a single run to that. And Khushdil Shah, most 6s in T20s this year. He is right up there on number 3, 41 6s in 24 matches. And even Haider Ali is there as well. So हम जो कह रहे हैं कि जी हमें 6 hitting चाहिए. Good hard drive down the ground. Abdullah Shafiq looking very fluent, very solid, very organized and very impressive. And he looks the part. He looks like we found another young star that can play for plenty of years for Pakistan.
Amir Shirazi saying Tola was horrendous.
यार वही थोड़ा डिस्काउंट वर्जन थी but ठीक थी यार.
But it was apparently
सस्ती भी तो थी कोई 1-1.5 dirham की.
Apparently it's by Nestle. It's just cut away for 4 again. Khushdil Shah amongst the runs and amongst the boundaries specifically. This is a bit of a looster from Shooms. Too short, too wide, and Shafiq will easily cash in. And like I said, Khwaja, they're running away with this total now. Pakistan's good to see. I wanted them to finish this 5 overs in advance, and I think they might actually be able to do that. This is exactly the kind of win that the green shits needed.
Well played, green shits. Ansariam with a lot of questions. Who are all these men they keep showing on the sofas? And why are they not wearing masks? Why are they even at the ground if they don't need to be?
Down the track.
I think वही वो जो sponsors का टोला होता है. Hashtag टोला shout out. अगर टोला वाले सुने तो एक डब्बा भेज दे मेरी तरफ. But वही है जी प्राइज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सेरेमनी के लिए कोई लोग उन्होंने बुलाए होंगे. But even that should not be done, quite frankly, in this COVID scenario. Just compromising the bubble there. So fair question, Ansari M. यार ये इतने लोग इधर क्या कर रहे हैं? 19 needed of 36 balls. Ryan Burrell on to bowl again. He's gone for 14 in his 2. Pakistan 1-1-1 for 2 after 14. For still 23 off 9. He's hitting boundaries for fun. Shafiq 36 of 31. He's looked very composed and looks the part. तो जैसे ही जितना ही स्पिन हमें कराते जाएंगे उतनी ही बड़ी हिटें आती जाएंगी. And I really suspect that if Khushdil Shah gets on strike, we might have this match end very, very soon.
I want it to end now. In the next 6 overs, in the next 6 balls.
Yeah, 6 balls में तो शायद ना हो, लेकिन 12 में तो definitely हो.
Come on, bro. Give us some pies. There's one. Smashed away down to the track. That'll be 4. And that's Abdullah Shafiq, who I keep confusing for Asad Shafiq.
प्लीज यार उसको शिफ्ट डिलीट कर दें अपने माइंड से, अब उसका करियर खत्म हो गया है।
600 हैं उसके, 6
ओ भाई,
नंबर 6 पे।
#CallMeHero।
Yeah, he's a common hero for me.
Oh yeah, please. You have to improve your standard of hero, Musad. अगर असद शफीक जैसा बनता आपका कॉमी हीरो।
I mean, it just didn't end up the way he wanted to, but I mean, he did his bit for Pakistan cricket. 14.1 overs gone.
Is definitely the way to describe it. But that's another discussion for another day.
Another half tracker, but this time Shafiq a little bit more
बड़े यार
circumspect.
जबरदस्त एलिगेंट प्लेयर लग रहे हैं, टेस्ट प्लेयर लग रहे हैं। Looks
वैसे
like a guy who can play long form cricket for us.
आपने बात तो बहुत जज्बात में की थी,
जी जी,
बट आपकी बात में सच्चाई है,
as always.
as always, कि Azhar and Asad, even if they were good players, they'll have to go one day.
हाँ
So we need some test players as well.
बिल्कुल सही
और मतलब अब खुर्शीद शाह does not look like a test player to me,
हाँ
but Shafiq है,
हाँ
हैदर अली है,
बिल्कुल है।
they can play red ball cricket, why not? Especially if they have been playing.
And it's such a good sign that they're batting this well at just 19 and 20. That's ridiculous, yaar. Unbelievable stuff.
14 now required of 34. As a slog across the line could be taken. No, it falls short, and it might trickle away. No, it won't. Enough body behind it to stop it from going for 4, but they'll come back for 2.
लेकिन रोक लिया उसने।
He really is an effort cricketer, Wesley Matavire. Been the batsman of the tournament for Zimbabwe.
जैन मिर्जा साथ ही सैड मोड में चले गए यार। काश पाक could perform like this in a non-dead rubber match against good teams. यार we are one of the best T20 sides in the world यार।
The history of this game. As Burrell tosses this up down the leg side, that'll be wide.
अगर ये लग जाता है, Ben Dunk style, drop kicked for 6 over fine legs. But Aleem Dar, long day in the office, but he'll be glad that this series is done and dusted. Of course, COVID bubble में रहना भी आसान नहीं, अंपायरों को भी रहना पड़ता है. So we need to realize how difficult
ऐसे ये
it is.
$200 का जैकपॉट कौन सा जैकपॉट है?
पता नहीं कौन सी दुकान है यार, बाद में हम गूगल करेंगे
Jumbo.
वो क्या है.
Oh, big appeal, but it's hit him too high. That'll be not out from Aleem.
You can tell Burl is not a bowler by the enthusiastic appeal. Batsman ही इतनी बड़ी अपील करते हैं.
14.3 overs gone, 119 for 2.
Prof चीमी ने साथ ही पेंडोरा's box खोल दिया. खुश दिल trying to block Shafiq's 50.
Why would he do that?
Why not यार?
कोई Formula 1 थोड़ी चल रही है.
Oy, hard drive down the ground. This could be 4. Yes,
It is 4, and it might actually be true.
Successfully blocked. 123 for 2. Hard drive down the ground and skips away for 4. Khushdil shot 29 of 12. This has probably been his best innings for Pakistan so far. Shafiq 41 of 33. Khushdil 29 of 12. तो इस ओवर में तो नहीं, but definitely actually हो भी सकता है अगर इस बॉल पे 6 पड़ जाए. Burl, big full toss, hard drive down the ground to mid wicket.
2 runs? No, 1.
Just the 1 run, and Khushdil Shah will be on strike, and he will end the game in the next over. Pakistan getting it done in just about the 16th over, 124 for 2, and looks like this will be.
Wow.
This tour will be ending on a happy note for Pakistan.
I have to rub my eyes a little. 2 young 20-year-old Pakistani batsmen finishing a chase 4 overs in advance.
Bilkul.
When's the last time we saw that? That is special.
I think we bullied New Zealand and Australia quite well in the winter of 2018 in UAE. That was probably Sarfraz's arguably the finest hour. कि हमने जिस तरीके से we completely thrashed the Australia and New Zealand and UAE. Pakistan team was really humming in T20 cricket at that stage. फिर of course एशिया कप हुआ और फिर वर्ल्ड कप हुआ और फिर अल्लाह अल्लाह खैर सल्लल्लाहु सब अपनी जगह. But overall, we were of course the number 1 ranked side at that stage in the world, and I think we're about down to 2 or 3 these days. But honestly, I don't mind that. क्योंकि नंबर 1 रैंकिंग का अपना प्रेशर होता है, एंड यू डोंट वांट दैट व्हेन यू गोइंग इनटू एन आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट. ठीक है, लोग हमें भूल जाएं, हमें इग्नोर कर दें, हमें डार्क हॉर्सेस वो टैग लगा दें. दैट इज व्हेन पाकिस्तान आर एट देयर मोस्ट लीथल बेस्ट, व्हेन वी प्लेइंग लाइक अ कोन टाइगर. बट फराज भाई को लगा दिया है यार, ये तो देशद्रोहीपन हो जाएगा.
Straight down the track.
उसने कहा था खुशदिल को ये ले मार, और खुशदिल शाह wisely just hit it back straight to him.
Khwaja,
जी.
it's time, buddy. It is time to focus on the party that's coming in this weekend. It's time for the Pakistan Super League. Lahore, Karachi, Multan, and Peshawar Zalmi.
Oh yes.
Surely Zalmi are favorites.
नहीं यार, क्या हो गया?
They've got the title behind them. They've got the captain. They've got the experienced batsman and the bowler. As he smashes this over mid-wicket for 6. that is the end of the evening. Courtesy Khushal Shah.
Good evening.
He has come in and stolen this match away, and also stolen us Abdullah Shafiq's 50 opportunity. But it doesn't matter. It's two young guns of Pakistan batting that have absolutely demolished Zimbabwe and won this game with over 4 overs to spare. That is a spectacular batting performance combined with a standard bowling performance. Pakistan will take the T20 series 3-0. Take a moment to thank Zimbabwe, though, and they won that one-day international courtesy Sean Williams' 100 and some incredible fast bowling. And they've always been gracious guests in Pakistan, the team that brought back international cricket in 2015. And that captain, Elton Chigambura, will retire here in Rawalpindi tonight. My guess is that the man of the match might just go to Abdullah Shafiq or Usman Qadir, who should have won it in the second T20i as well, in my opinion. We will be back, and we will be back with a massive bang. We are looking forward to the Pakistan Super League playoffs. It is arguably the greatest cricketing event on the calendar. It's going to be the big cities head-to-head, Karachi versus Lahore, versus Multan versus Peshawar. It's going to be every single ball live here on changeofpacelive.com/matchday. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your relatives, tell everyone you can. Bring them on. The party is on. The PSL is on. We're back on. See you in 4 days. Until then, take care, goodbye, and good night.